Okay. You still there?
Yep.
Cool, cool.
I'm just, making it's doing all the pre stuff. Oh, hello,
Right.
Joanna. Also, I don't know if you're the kind of person that likes to stare at chat while doing stuff, but you're more than welcome to stare at chat.
Oh, I have it open. Are you kidding me?
Okay, cool. Hey, Ruby. You get to. Oh my God, Joanna.
Hi, Ruby.
I'm just gonna
Joanna.
give you the points for that. I'm shocked you got that. This is Lane. Lane, say hi.
Hi, it's me. I'm making my Monster Hunter debut.
Yep. One day we'll get you up to. Oh, that's not the right notepad. We'll get you up to G rank, and then you can just jump in whenever.
Oh God, I'm so bad though.
We're all bad.
Right. But like, I'm like actually bad though.
It just takes some practice. Lane is real, indeed.
I'm actually not real. I'm just Babo doing like a ventriloquist thing. I'm like a totally fictive character.
There we go. Yeah, it's just me doing. I'm really good at voice acting.
Because he's like an opera singer. He can do the voices.
The voices. I also have a sound thing next to me. I could do voices that way too.
Oh yeah.
I used to. There was a point in time where I considered having people pick a number, like 1 through 99, and then I would just turn on the voice modulator for that setting. And it was a terrible idea. It never happened.
You gotta do the you know about those formant changers?
Like the ones that pitch you up or down, or are we talking stuff that like you can adjust the what's it called? Like the overtones in your voice to make it literally sound like your voice is different. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What Sonic game is this? I'll admit in just a minute. It's a tricky one. But you did get a cookie, Joanna, because I didn't think anybody was going to guess Sonic. I was shocked. But you did get a cookie, Joanna, because I didn't think anybody was going to guess Sonic. It is Sonic CD, actually. Dang.
Wait a second. How come I'm HR 1 and you're HR 846? That's just like a much larger number than my number.
Yeah. So the way that you raise up the number is by completing certain quests, which will open up more opportunities for future quests. If that makes sense.
I see.
Is this your first time doing anything on the multiplayer?
Yeah, I haven't done anything. I still don't really understand like a lot about this game. It's kind of a confusing game.
Yeah, I know it is.
What's up with all the items? What items do people use? What the fuck is a dung bomb?
So we can go on over all of that together for sure. All right.
Fine.
Thank you, Sonic CD, for opening up the stream, and we will get started here. Live scene. So let me get the lobby ID set up, and then also I need to delete the password so people can jump in. -4825 -0342. Or maybe we keep the password on today. It might be best to keep like the locals around. Do you have a
Because I'm
preference?
so bad, I need protection.
Huh?
I don't know. I don't know anything. Your call.
Okay. I'm gonna keep the randos from showing up because there's an etiquette to this game, and usually it takes people a little while to figure it out. Which, if we're doing low rank stuff, means most people just booted up the game.
Yeah, I see.
So I forgot to put my hat on.
Well, you gotta help me then, because yeah, that's the shit. That's why I haven't done any multiplayer. I'm literally so stressed out that I'm gonna violate some kind of like gamer rule. You know?
Are you allowed to use fully upgraded weapons? You can. Well, no. I try and stick to stuff that's like rarity 4 or 5 or lower. That's all. But yeah, so like, feel free to post something, Lane. You just go up to the lady at the top and pick a quest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rarity 4? Oh, my shit's rarity 1. It's
Yeah.
my bull drone cab.
Yeah. No, that's fine. We'll get you better equipment too.
Let's start out with some hunting unique ferns. What do we think about that? Is that good stream content?
Sure. Why not?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that to you.
I mean, I would. That's, I'm not offended. Oh, that's right. Okay. Let me make one quick set real quick. That's gonna keep my keep me doing stuff with you. That's actually, here's a great idea. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cheat a little bit, kinda. Not really. Been wanting to make this set anyway. I'm making a set, but I'm gonna keep it at like level 1, and we'll just, we'll slowly make it stronger as we do quests together. I think
that's a good idea.
Yeah. If I feel like I need more defense, I'll just upgrade it. But I'm making just generally a pretty decent set that'll work for most of what we're doing today.
Yeah. So like, what items do I bring? What's up with that?
Okay. So usually, you want to bring potions. Potions, I would say, are necessary. Well done steaks are pretty good. The game gives you a few items too. Would it be okay if you joined?
What I have right now.
Yeah, it's the ZX style. Hop right in.
So here's what I have right now. I have a mega potion, a well done steak, a trank bomb, pitfall trap, shock trap, psycho serum, and farcaster.
Yeah, just like bring you can bring everything with you.
Well, what else would I bring? Should I bring some other?
I would bring. I mean, okay. You said well done steak, trap, psycho serum, potion. I bring potions. Usually, large barrel bombs are pretty good to constantly have on you. Dung bombs are pretty good.
I don't really understand what you do with the barrel bombs.
So if the monster falls asleep, then you can set them up and then hit them and they'll explode and do damage to the monster. And that's usually like the most usage you're going to get out of it.
Okay. And when do you trap stuff?
Whenever the monster is limping or if you just need to get it to stop moving.
Okay.
Yep.
What about like flash bombs? Are those good?
Yeah, I'd say that they're pretty good. If a monster's flying and you throw a flash bomb like kind of close to its face or in the direction it's facing, you'll cause it to fall out of the sky. If it's not flying, then you'll like dizzy it, and then it won't target anybody. It'll like do random things and spin in circles or whatever.
Okay. Joanna, I don't think anyone is a natural at this game.
No, this is
one
the
of
most...
things I've been...
Sorry, go ahead.
Like, one of the things I've been thinking about is, like, if the people who made Monster Hunter designed a car, then the way the car would work is it would be, like, you'd have, like if you're driving your car, instead of like just like pressing the gas pedal to go and the brake pedal to stop, you'd have to balance between the gas and the brake pedal in order to accelerate, and then you'd have several gauges that fill up, and then you need to center the one gauge and then max out the other gauge, but then the gauge that you're trying to center maxes out from the gauge that you're trying to do, and then you'll go into like overdrive mode, and then that reverses the gauges. Anyway, that's what it would be like.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, actually. In short, it's a giant nightmare constantly, and until you've actually practiced doing the thing, it's basically impossible.
This game, like, literally, I only play like 3 weapons because every time I load up another weapon, I have a panic attack. What?
It's not easy. Like, just to say it, it's not easy. HR99 person just came in here, gave us a Unity level 0 Godos card. I'd delete it if I were you. Just slightly suspicious. Interesting.
Oh, dang it. I already didn't delete it. Wait, what do I do about that? God damn it.
Don't worry about it. I mean, it's... I
didn't even...
I was full. We can delete it later. I'll teach you how to do that.
Okay.
If you open up the menu, go to guild cards, and then you go down.
Let me check my phone.
Yeah.
Card list.
Yep. And then you can just hit Y to remove it. Usually I remove anything that's like a Unity level 0, because that just means that they don't actually play the game anymore, or they've like, you know, I don't know. Something like that. There we go. Okay, Ruby. Yeah, I thought you would play the first time with without Charge Blade Aerial. Fine. I gotta go make a Charge Blade now. Can I counter to negate it? No, but you can add on another weapon for me to play with.
What if you could add on another weapon and then you have to play 2 at the same time, like 1 with each hand?
Oh man, that'd be awesome and terrible all at the same time. I'm gonna make something that looks cool at least. I'm gonna be making weapons all day.
Oh, yeah, because you need shitty weapons to play the...
If I don't want to like kill the monster in 6 hits.
My armor is literally so hideous, don't look at me.
Oh, don't forget to eat. Something that you're going to want to do.
Oh, yeah. Dang it, where is the eating in this one?
It's all the way, yeah. I think you found it. No, I'm looking for guard up.
I found it. Doing some spiel. He just said, let me tend to my cheese, and then declined to make me any food. Am I doing something? Wait, what?
No, you sit at the, you start at the, you sit at the table.
Whip table.
A little bit further down. this table.
Oh, wait,
Yep.
who the fuck is that then? What is that guy who just said some weird rant about cheese?
He's the guy who made the fondue that we're eating at the table. Proton Pharaoh, may I join? Yeah, probably like, what if a spot opens up, you're more than welcome to jump in. I don't know how much we're going to be able to raise HR today because we're teaching somebody the game. This is Lane, by the way. Lane, say hi.
Hi.
So, yeah. But if a spot opens up, it's all yours.
I'm not dissing his fondue. I just don't understand why. I don't know anything that's happening. But in particular, I just kept talking to that guy, and he kept saying something about cheese.
How does this charge blade work? It's just a giant fish. Anyway.
That's awesome.
This game has some of like the thing I love about this game is just ridiculous, and I mean ridiculous weapons and things like that. It's great.
Wait, how come the food here costs $300 instead of $50? That's kind of a ripoff.
Oh, I would recommend using points if you have them, because they're not used for a lot in this game, and money is kind of rough
really?
Early game.
Wait, I have so much money. I don't know what you're talking about.
Once you start making armor, that's going to disappear like almost instantly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I didn't realize.
So whenever you're ready, just go stand by this area and then just go.
Oh, okay, I started. All right.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what we're doing.
We are hunting a monster. I believe it is a bear.
Oh, fuck, I hope it's not cold here, because I didn't bring anything. No, wait, which one is this?
No, there's no cold here. That is something that's good to grab, though, is usually, like, one like, hot drinks and cold drinks are something I always keep on me. But as long as you... But it's not necessary. And usually the game will provide you with them at that starting area where we're at in the game.
Okay.
All right. And then if you have any other questions, just holler out. I can do my best to explain it.
Okay, so I recently learned how to do the thing where you, like, trap the monster at the end.
Uh-huh.
Is that a thing that people just do all the time, or is it, like, not worth doing?
It depends. So, this is one of those games where you like to play with a wiki next to you, because you'll get different drops if you capture a monster versus carving it, if that makes sense. Ow.
So I know you're supposed to, like, hit most guys in the head if you can, but is this guy different because he's, like, armored?
No, not really. There's like there's only like a handful of monsters in the entire game where that would be the case, and we're not going to encounter them here.
Okay.
All right, there goes the slow walk.
What do you do when he slow walks?
So this just means he's kind of limping, which means he's probably close to death.
Okay.
Which does make me wonder if someone's rocking something that's leveled up and high, doing big damage. Or maybe we're just actually killing it right now.
Well, we have 4 people. I mean,
monsters usually scale with more people in the room.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. I read somewhere, this was probably just misinformation or information that I misunderstood, but I read something that said that stuff scaled for 2 people.
Oh, maybe maybe it's online versus not online. If you're online, it scales it up to 4. But then,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh,
Yeah.
if you play an offline one, if you play an online one by yourself, it's scaled for 2 instead of 1.
Yeah.
But then it still scales up past that.
Yes. Or
That makes sense.
I think so, something like that. It's Monster Hunter. It's weird and confusing. Hello, Charmander. How are you doing today? All right, first quest done.
Nice, we did it.
We did do it. So you understand how like the charge levels work with the bow, right?
Yeah, and the power shot, I use Adept. I think I understand everything about it. I think. The main thing is targeting that I don't really get. Because I know that, like, hitting stuff in the head is good, except sometimes hitting stuff in the head gets you fucked.
Right.
So I don't know if there's, like, because it's like, it seems like when people fight like a monster like this one, I've seen a lot of people like whack it in the ass with their swords. Should I still be going for the head, or do I kind of go for like the hind leg if it's all I can see?
Usually, I mean, if it's all you can see, then hitting it is better than not hitting it.
Okay.
And usually it's good just to try and not hit other people. One, because they take your shots and it won't hit the monster. But two, sometimes you can hit people and stagger them. And that can be really annoying. So, like, yeah. Also, there's I don't know if do you know how to, like, target with the bow? Like, with a reticle? Or, like,
I can't figure out. I know that's a thing, and I cannot figure out how to fucking do it.
Okay, so when you're charging up the bow, tap X next time. You just tap the X button.
Okay.
And then it should show you, like, kind of a laser pointer looking line.
What if I have a different control scheme?
I think you and I should have pretty much almost the same control scheme.
Wait, how do you know what control scheme I have?
Well, well, maybe I do, maybe I don't. But we'll work past it. Just try what I said first, and if it doesn't work, then we'll try something else.
Well, but X is the button that I use to. I'm pretty sure that X does some. Okay, I'll wait. So tell me in more detail what I'm supposed to do again.
Yeah. So when you charge the bow, tap X.
When I charge the bow, tap X.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you'll tap another button while charging it, like one of the face buttons, and you'll do a thing. All right. We're doing a vibe check here. How's the damage looking?
What does that mean?
I mean, I'm checking to make sure we're not doing stupid amounts of damage to monsters with weapons that are way too powerful. No, okay, we're all sitting in the same area. Okay, you're safe.
I think that I do baby quests. I think that's what's going on.
I think I agree. And we're still tackling like baby quest monsters with like level 3 equipment. So
Well, I have level 1 equipment, so
right.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll get you up there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
The second we start getting to like,
goes fast.
yeah, once we start getting to the hard stuff, like you're gonna feel a difference, or we'll start feeling the difference too. I don't plan on leveling up anything. Fish needs a tuna material.
Need the what now?
Oh, it's just so when you upgrade weapons, you need certain things.
Oh, you need the tuna to make the fish blade.
Mm-hmm. Which I'll have to see if I have any, because I haven't actually done any like low rank farming kind of things in a hot minute. Oh, we forgot someone.
Oh shit! How do we?
If you hit plus and then go to abandon quest, we'll go grab him. That's one of those like courtesy things I try to do is, you know, if we leave someone behind, we just go back and we pick them up rather than hunting.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was doing that. Do I need to eat food again?
Yeah, you do.
Alright. Oh man, I paid for it with money again. God damn it.
It's alright. It's not like the end of the world, but yeah, it takes some getting used to. Yeah. There are a handful of other items that you're gonna like probably start using towards the end of like later game, but right now it's like totally not important.
Okay, like what would those be though?
Max potions and or an ancient potion are things I like to carry with me. Life powder is always a really good thing. The max potion basically maxes out your health. And what it will do is it like pushes it beyond this. So you start off with 100 health, and that's the green bar. When you eat, you extend that bar further. So you can have like 140 max health or 150 max health. Max potions will push that 100, like, and then if you die, you go back to 100 health. Does that make sense? But if you eat a max potion, it will give you all of that plus the extra 50.
Is it the same thing as nutrients?
No, not quite. I don't believe so.
Wait, what's different about nutrients?
I gotta remember what nutrients do.
Oh, it's not that important.
Yeah. I guess nutrients do that. But it does it and also recovers your health. And there will be a point in time where you want to maximize efficiency and not carry as many items with you. If that makes sense?
Yeah.
So like carrying a max potion and nutrients is redundant.
Yeah.
All right. Feel free to post again, Lane.
What does that mean?
Oh, pick a quest.
I didn't have it. Wow, some gamer jargon. Crazy. Wait, what was the one I was gonna do? Why is it called posting? Is it like you're standing outside the convenience store?
So basically what you're doing is you're selecting the quest and then it gets posted up on the board for everyone else to join. So you can kind of think of it as like you're going out there and like pinning something up on a billboard for other people to join. Hence posting. Have a great day, Hori Star. Thanks for stopping by.
So, do I need to use the paint isn't as important in this as it is in solo play, yeah?
It's about equally as important. It just tells you where the monster goes.
Right, do I need to be painting shit?
You don't need to, ever. But it is handy. It's like one of those, how would I describe it? It's a quality thing, like a quality of life thing, if that makes sense. And the more that you play the game, the more you learn about like monsters' habits and where it is that they like to go and all of that stuff. And then you feel like you need it less and less. And then for some monsters, it's more important than others.
Like if they fly all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you know, usually if a monster walks out of the room, you can just follow it. But if a monster, like, takes off and flies, that's a whole thing. Oh, yeah. Try
Wait, so
the...
I'm trying to do the targeting thing, and it's not...
So when you're charging, so while you're holding down your shoulder button to charge up a shot, tap, I think, X.
Are you talking about the thing where it shoots that shows the laser?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing that.
Oh, okay, good.
I thought there was like some way to target this shit.
No.
Is there a way?
I mean, you can. So what I do is,
You just
So at the top right, do you have like your like little icon selected where it has like a reticle over the monster's picture?
I don't see any such thing.
Okay.
How do I do that?
Or sorry, it's in the very top right corner. There should be like a icon of the monster.
Right. It's got that round thing. Yeah, what's up with that? How do
Yeah. So
what do I
tap
do with
L, and you should put like a little like reticle on it.
What if that doesn't happen?
Try the. It's either the left bumper or the left left trigger.
What if it is not that?
I don't know what else it would be. There should be a button underneath it.
What does it say? The button?
Yeah.
Why
it
is
does.
it my right control? I fucking suck. Oh, and then it stays.
Yeah,
Does
it
it
should
stay
stay. It's like a
targeted?
toggle thing. You can toggle it on and off.
Am I going to want to toggle it on and off? I'm asking because it's on a stupid button right now.
Every once in a while you do, yeah.
Okay.
But right now, like since we're fighting, you toggle it and on and off if you're like fighting lots of different monsters. So sometimes there will be 2 or 3 monsters in the room, and in that situation, you want to toggle it on and off so you're targeting the right monster.
Right.
But once you have it targeted, you should be able to tap the shoulder button, and it will always move the camera directly towards the monster.
I see.
So yeah. Again,
that's very helpful.
yeah, especially with bow, so that way you don't have to like swivel all the way around. The monster ends up behind you. You can just tap the button, and the camera will automatically jerk towards it.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Again, these things that the game never tells you how to do, unless you know haven't.
Well, it told me. I just didn't understand what it was telling me, to be perfectly honest.
Well, I mean, yeah. That's part of the issue. It overwhelms you with so much information.
Yeah. Sure does. I still can't believe, like, you can't just use, like, a normal fucking sword without, like, having to worry about some kind of, like, demon mode or something. Like, what is up with that? I don't want to go into demon mode. I just want to use some swords.
Right. I mean, it's to make every weapon feel different.
Yeah,
And
it definitely gives things a unique identity.
Yeah, and it
It's just a
creates
lot.
like this interesting. I think it's a relic of like older game design. Also, have a great night, Joanna. Hope rock climbing is super fun.
Night, Joanna.
But like you know,
Evening
when
or
this
whatever.
game came out, like early 2000s, the very first one, and most of the weapons were introduced in that game, with like the exception of like 2 or 3. And so in order to make weapons feel unique, they were like, we'll give it a meter that you have to fill up, or we'll give it like this thing, and then like, you know, change up the way that the moves work. And I think they just kind of have kept adapting those systems and updating them, but not in like a, we're going to remove the meter and make it feel completely and totally different.
Yeah. This
So.
is definitely on the extreme end, because what the fuck is going on with Gunlance? Does
Anime.
anyone understand that shit?
Yeah, I do. I play it all the time.
Do you?
Oh yeah.
What's up? So what's up with it?
So, going back to the gun, go for it. So basically, Lance, it's a weapon with a shield, so you can block with it. It's kind of like Lance, except rather than having like multiple charges, like you can charge up the Lance and block at the same time, and you can do like, you know, you can charge with it. Rather than being able to do that, instead you make the tip of the Lance explode, essentially.
Right,
And-
I understand that part, but what's the meter?
The meter, so as you raise up, every time you use an explosion, it'll push that like white indicator further and further up, like the color thing.
Right.
And as that gets higher, it means that your pokes do more damage. So like green is the worst. You'll do the least amount of damage with your pokes. Yellow is like medium. You'll do slightly more damage with your pokes. And red is like maximum damage with your pokes. And so your goal is to micromanage they call it a heat gauge because it fills up with the explosions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Protogen. Up top. The lobby ID and passcode is there. Top right of the stream. Ooh, that's kind of cool looking. Yeah, we'll use the Grim Cat.
The what now?
Oh, someone asked me to play Switch Axe. Oh my god, Jasper the Otter, thank you so much for the raid. Let me give you a quick shout out. So I know Joanna's not here.
Hi, Jasper.
If you guys haven't followed Jasper the Tropical Otter, you definitely should. She's a wonderful streamer. Also plays GU. That's how we found her. And yeah, she is super fun to hang out with. Highly recommend you go check her out. But how was your stream? What did you do? Yes, the Cheshire Cat weapon. This is my time to play bad weapons that look cool and enjoy them. Someone got in before you. Oh, did they? I don't think anybody jumped out.
I think Floof was changing weapons, maybe.
Yeah, that's what was happening. But Pharaoh, or Protogen, the second a spot opens up, I'll call it out to you, and you are more than welcome to jump in. I'll make sure to hold the spot for you. Where I use the bathroom, then walk my little puppy. I'll keep stream on. Thank you so much. I totally understand the burnout. I very often raid and leave, as it were.
It's like, I remember that being such a thing with like being a local musician. Like you play your set and then you want to stay for like, you know, you want to stay and be the audience for the other person's set. You got to do it, but sometimes you're just so fucking tired.
Yeah. Because like playing music is not like it can be a relaxing thing, but
yeah.
Performing is not a relaxing thing. Very rarely.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think it likes to go to area 10. But we're kind of...
This is why I started bringing Psycho Serum, was this stupid fucking thing on this map.
You know, that makes total sense. And again, that's one of those quality of life items.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like how the costume is going through the weapon. Yeah, it's not perfect. There's too many things in this game to make everything look great.
Well, I found it, but it's gone.
Oh, cool. Did it fly away?
Well,
my guess is it's going to fly to area 3 or 10 or 4 or 5.
Okay. Well, was it 9?
Right. It's going back to 10. Ah! Just getting hit by fire.
sorry. Dang it.
Oh, someone hit it with a sonic bomb.
So what's up with mounting? How the fuck do you mount shit?
Yeah, so there's a couple of different styles that allow you to mount stuff. Aerial, and certain weapons are better at it than others. So,
Okay.
but
So the
basically,
thing where
if you do an
Alright, where are you think?
if you do an attack from the air, you'll do mounting damage, which basically means that you'll have a chance to mount the monster.
Okay.
And that's it. And then once you're on top of the monster, you have to mount.
Right, and then what do you do? Because I've gotten a mount once and I really fumbled it.
Right.
I lost some. I thought it was going to be like a big win for me, and then it turned out to really not be a big win for me.
Right.
What?
So there's you'll see the gauge, right, and then like little monsters slowly crawling up it. Basically, if the monster is green, you tap A and you fill up the like blue part of the gauge, and if the monster's red, then you want to hold down R and basically hold on to the monster tightly while it tries to shake you off.
Wait, can you say that one more time?
If the little monster
What? Then you do
icon,
what?
if the little monster icon is green, then you tap A in order to like do damage to it. And if the monster icon turns red, you want to immediately tap R or whatever your run button is and hold on until it turns green again.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
And you can mount with anything, but you have to like jump. You have to do like some Tony Hawk shit.
Pretty much. If you jump off a ledge and swing like that, there's a little ledge here that you can do that with.
I would really just keep on whacking people with my arrow because I never wait long enough to stop moving before I unsheath my weapon.
Yeah. With bow, you can do it in midair too. If like you walk off while charging an arrow, and then in midair you release the R button, you'll fire a shot while in the air. And then I don't know if you've had the chance to play around with the styles.
I have, but it's a lot.
Yeah, it is. But with aerial, basically your dodge changes. Rather than doing like a roll, you'll like jump in the air first and then do a roll when you land. But when you jump in the air, if you jump on a monster or off of a person, you'll shoot yourself up into the air right above the monster, and that can like then you can attack out of it while in midair, and that will also do the mountain damage. That's a lot of points. There's the game is very confusing, and it takes a lot of learning and experimenting. Like right now is a perfect opportunity if you like want to try out anything new, especially to, you know, Katsura or Alera. If there's like, you know, if you're like, how do these things work? That's a good question. Do you know about are you firing arrows like one at a time, Lane? Or are you like comboing like 1, 2, 3 when you fire?
Shot. I know about power shot.
Okay, cool.
Generally, I charge it up, and if I can, I charge it up until the thing flashes twice, and then I shoot, and then I press A to do the second power shot. Or if I need to do it, if I don't have enough time for that, I can do only the power shot.
Right.
After either 1 or 2 charges.
Right. Yep.
Does that sound right?
Yep, you got it.
Okay.
I think you can. I don't know. I'm almost certain you're running guild.
No.
Oh, you're playing
I'm
Adept.
doing
Okay. Perfect. Well, in that case, yeah, if you play with guild, I think you get 2 power shots. So you can tap A and then A again and fire 3 shots in total. Oh, actually. Huh. I'm curious. Okay. And then you've got specials equipped. Cool.
What does that mean? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I
don't think a
know
fight has lasted
really.
long enough for you to be able to fully build up that gauge. But yeah.
I use the dodge one.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know
that's
if
great.
I should be using that to get my gauge and then not.
It's whatever you feel
really.
most comfortable with. Some people like to run specials that deal damage. Usually that's what I do, but it's entirely up to the person.
The one for bow is fucking horrible. It's like bad.
Yeah. There are a handful of weapons where it's just bad. Like certain specials are just bad.
So how do I get to have like harder quests? Like, is it the same as in solo play, or do I just need to just do a bunch of?
There are specific quests that you need to do.
Okay.
And they're usually they're called key quests, and this is one of those things where it's like look it up on the wiki. But yeah, if you look
I
it
know
up,
what you're talking about.
yeah, they're just like, and then once you raise up your HR, so you'll do like 4 of the key quests, your HR will go up by 1, and then you'll get more higher and difficult quests.
Okay.
Yep. And then you should be able to do that actually all the way up in the solo mode as well.
Yeah, I figured it out for solo, but I didn't know it was the same for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, the online play is almost like an entirely like different campaign is kind of the way I always thought of it.
Yeah,
but it's still like
seems that way.
it's still a campaign where it's exactly like the single player except online.
Yeah.
I'll probably do that when Rise comes out. Well, they kind of merged them in the new games. It's weird. Man.
Oh my god, you have a frying pan!
I do. Well, it's more like a wok, but, you know, we'll take it.
Oh yeah, that is a wok.
They call it a frying pan. I think it's a bad translation.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my god, I got the sickest wok. It's so good.
Like at home?
Yeah, I got it at a, I went to a restaurant supply store, and I got, like, it's like 16-inch, steel, and it's, like, so lightweight. It's got, like, a hollow metal handle. It's, like, the kind of shit you'd actually see in a restaurant instead of, like,
awesome.
the kind you have in your house. It's fucking amazing. And it's, like, huge and way lighter than the one I used to have. I got it with a round bottom, so I need to get like one of the thingies. Right now I just flip over my... Wait, how the fuck are you on top of that guy while he's running around?
Oh, that's part of like the mounting. So when he was running around, that was him trying to shake me off.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I love this hammer. It looks so bad.
Why do they even have that? It's just for the meme?
Yeah, like that's kind of... A lot of people actually complained when one of the newer games came out because there's like so many good weapons that just look stupid in this game, like the fish, like the
Wait,
the frying
that's a good
pan.
weapon?
Huh?
Those are good weapons?
No, they're terrible.
Okay.
But they're funny, and you can level them up and like make them pretty decent. But a lot of people like to use them because they look funny. But in the newer games, they got rid of.
Like,
yeah. But in the newer games, they kind of like normalized a lot of stuff, so all of the silly stuff kind of disappeared, and people weren't too happy about that.
Monster Hunter is just like real life. I keep forgetting to eat.
It takes an active mindset to eat, but thankfully it's not too punishing this early on.
Yeah, well, no, it was actually pretty punishing.
Oh. Actually.
Oh, we're down. No, we're not. Wait, so when you want to change your shit, you go to the prep area?
Yep.
Is that what you do? Okay.
I'm gonna try out Adept Hammer. I don't think I've ever played Adept Hammer before.
Hammer's fun, but I feel like if I play Hammer, I'm never gonna get good at bow because bow's just so much harder.
It just takes practice. At the end of the day, like.
Yeah.
And like once you feel
really
comfortable
the type of
person.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really the type of person to just like do whatever's going to develop my skills to where I want them to be in the long run.
Right.
Okay, let's see what we got.
And that makes sense. Like when I first picked up this game, I stuck with one weapon, and that's like just how I played it. And it was like, you know, and I had so much fun doing that. Hello, Justice. How are you doing today? I played heavy bowgun.
Nice. I didn't know that was your first love. That's beautiful.
Yep, that's why I mean, when people ask me, do I main it? And I'm like, yeah, it's quite literally what I've been playing since the beginning of the game.
I wish I could play it. It's so fun to watch you play it, but the bowgun controls kill me.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible. That's
they're just bad. You just have to be used to it.
I mean, kind of. You can put a scope on it, and that will allow you to kind of like stay in place and aim, and then you can roll out of the scoped mode. So it's like there's things that you can do to make it easier to like hit specific spots. But yeah.
Right. What do you mean put a scope on it? Like you literally
attach a scope.
Modify the weapon and and it changes the playstyle?
I mean, not really. It just I prefer it that way because it's just easier for me to control.
Okay.
But you can run it normally. You can put on a power barrel or you can put on a shield, and that will change how the weapon plays a little bit.
Is there anything that like? Okay, so the experience I had initially was that I kind of like went to you know, I went to do the bowgun and I was like, well, this is fucking ass. I'm never playing this. Is there anything that changes that, or is it just kind of like ass? I know you're up.
I would play around with the styles. It sounds like you played Guild heavy bowgun, and that feels.
I played light bowgun.
Okay. I would play around with the styles. If you play like Adept light bowgun, I know that's a lot of fun. Because if the monster approaches you, you do the dodge, you instantly reload when you finish the dodge, and that kind of stuff.
Right. Oh. With the aiming, I just can't fucking do the aiming. I hate it so much.
That's fair.
That's my problem. I mean, that just kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
How did you adapt to that?
I mean, I stuck with it.
You just stick with it. I think that's bow for me. I really like how bow is. What about breaking parts?
So depending on where you target the monster, those parts are like you'll do damage to those parts on the monster. If that makes sense.
Okay, and is it generally worth doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So what breaking parts will do for you is it'll cause the monster to drop certain materials, and usually those materials are like highly sought after.
Okay.
But also it weakens the monster during the fight. So like if you break, like there's a monster called Tigrex. If you break its arms, it causes it every time it runs, it'll like topple over. Or if you break one of the dragon's wings while it's in flight, it'll actually cause it to fall out of the sky.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Or like this monster, we broke both of its tusks. And so now it's not going to be able to like grab onto one of those rocks and shatter it. We've literally taken a move away from it.
Oh, it can't do the rocks anymore. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, you can pick them up, but he can't like break them with his jaw, which normally has a huge hitbox and does a ton of damage.
I see. Is there any kind of tech that makes it easier to get your weapon out from a run, or do you just kind of get used to the timing?
So for bow, if you tap X and A at the same time, you'll immediately do a charge rather than that like side slash thing.
Oh shit! Wow, that is such a game changer.
Yeah, and that's true with hammer too. Huh?
X and R, you said?
X, R, and A all at the same time. So if you're running and then you hit X and A at the same time.
Okay. Damn, okay. What was the other thing you said?
Any weapon with a charge, like hammer and stuff like that, it'll do the same thing. So like most weapons actually have some sort of alternative unsheathing weapon, like style.
You meaning one of the styles?
No, like just an alternative sheath or unsheath.
Oh, okay.
So that way you don't have to immediately
that's
attack
good to know.
as soon as you hit the button.
Right.
Yo, Games Idea Maker, how's it going?
Okay.
We are learning about Monster Hunter and remembering all of. We are reliving some of our early Monster Hunter trauma through Lane today, where the game didn't tell you anything, and we have to kind of figure it out. I'm doing great.
So what's the deal with Insect Glaive?
I'm still learning about that weapon, but basically, so the history of it is it came out before styles were in the game. And so it was the only weapon where you could launch yourself into the air whenever you wanted to.
Yeah.
So as a result, it can still do that with like, except if you're running like 2 certain styles, which are generally considered the worst styles for the weapon, because you literally take away the most important part of it. And
why is it important to go in the air? I don't really understand that. If you just shoot the bug at things, why would you want to go in the air for that?
Oh, you don't shoot the bug in the air. So the way Insect Glaive works is, again, shooting yourself into the air gives you the opportunity to mount the monster. So you want to be, and it also, Insect Glaive does most of its damage from the air, or a lot of its damage can come from the air. Why do you want to mount the monster? So when you finish mounting the monster, it knocks it prone and gives you an opportunity to like freely attack it, use a really long special. It just basically puts the monster in a vulnerable situation for an extended period of time. It can also break certain parts of it. So some monsters you'll break the back, and other monsters you'll break the stomach, or, you know, things like that.
But what does this have to do with insects?
So the insect part is you can shoot the insect at the monster, and if it hits certain parts, it'll collect like a certain buff off the monster. If you
So there's no connection between the mounting and the jumping and the insect. Those are just two separate things that
it can do,
happen to both. Okay.
Yeah. It's confusing, I know.
I mean, it seems really fucking cool, but yeah, I don't know.
I think it is the newest weapon ever added to the game, which is part of the reason why I believe it's so complicated compared to like stuff that's existed since the very beginning of the game.
You can kind of tell that the way things have gone with this game is that it's like it started out with some normal shit, and then it's just been getting weirder and weirder for like a decade, or I presume
several decades
or longer.
Yeah.
Several decades.
It's been at least, I think we just had the 25th anniversary of the game or something like that.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I'll bet it was like the most normal game in the world like 20 years ago.
Yep. You bring potions, you bring rations, you go talk to the person, you fight the monster, you have 3 different types of swings on every weapon, and that's that. Or like 1 meter that you deal with. And then every game, every new iteration, they add something to a weapon, or they add some sort of new mechanic, and then when they do away with the mechanic, they try to keep part of it around. So like all of the specials in this game, specials are brand new. They haven't existed in previous Monster Hunter games. And so and that's kind of like this game's gimmick, is it has specials and styles.
Yeah.
In the new games, instead of having specials and styles, they just kind of kept some of the move sets around that existed on certain styles, or was originally a special. Does that make sense?
Because there's gotta be people who's so mad that you removed their stupid fucking mechanic. Yeah. And then so they have to keep it in.
Right, but then they add some.
Happy. I shouldn't be so.
Yeah, but then they add some other new mechanic into the game. Like in Rise, it's wire bugs. In World, it was the grappling, the claw, which actually never made a reoccurrence.
What's the claw?
It's not important. Don't even worry about the claw. I hate the claw.
No, you have to tell me. This is I need to study my monster history.
Okay, so the claw was like basically a grappling hook. And so instead of having like the traditional mounting, you could instead grapple onto the monster at any point in time and hit it with your weapon while attached to it. But you had to like pick your moment carefully. Otherwise, you would end up just taking... It'll shake you off and do a ton of damage to you. And so that was a whole different mechanic. They also had like this pod or like thing, so you could like... You could basically throw a small projectile at the monster at any point in time, and then you could use the environment around you to like drop rocks on the monster, make a tree fall on it, cause like vines for it to get like tangled up in vines.
That sounds like something that's kind of really good in like a meeting and then really bad in practice.
It worked. I'm not gonna deny it. It did work. It was the big like you had to play the game that way though. And it was very different than other Monster Hunter games because of that. Most shield weapons are going to have adept counters. Yeah, they kind of gave every weapon a counter in Rise, and it seems like they're keeping most of the movesets the same. Oh, you know what's a good analogy? Playing a weapon in this game is kind of like learning a new language. Like, people always say, like, after you've learned, like, 2 or 3 languages, the 4th one gets significantly easier.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But your first weapon is always, like, the most difficult to learn.
except, well, actually, wait, that's a very good analogy because I've given up on learning like 3 different languages.
Oh.
So when you shoot stuff in the head, it daggers it sometimes, but not at other times. What's up with that?
Basically, staggering will happen if you do like a certain amount of damage within a short period of time.
Okay.
And there are some weapons that are really good at that. Heavy bowgun is one of them, where you can like basically stagger them on. Like, heavy bowgun's so broken. It's the best weapon in this game by far, in terms of like
really?
DPS. Yeah. It's the only game where I actually play the most meta. I don't pick a low tier weapon.
Yeah.
But the basically what it ends up doing is when you have everything set up correctly, you can stagger the monster over and over and over again, just because you get that damage. You surpass that damage threshold consistently enough.
So what this means is that there's stuff that you can't do unless you have a sufficiently good gear. Like, if you don't have the damage numbers on your weapon, you can't stagger shit, and so you can't use the same strategy. Is that right?
I mean, you can still stagger stuff, but for most people, it just kind of happens randomly. Nobody actually tries to, like, play the game around staggering a monster. You're better. Most people will run like full things that they have control over, like stun or paralysis or mounting.
Getting consistent staggers would be very helpful for both. I gotta say.
It would be. I agree.
But I guess you just don't get it first with every monster. In the monsters where you do get it, it's nice. But
yeah, exactly. Well, and it's like you're usually better off like breaking certain parts and things like that.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason, like, so I don't know if you've been able to like play around with skills and things like that in this game.
I don't even know what a skill is.
They're basically like passive abilities that are given to you because of your armor.
Oh, yeah, I know you're.
Yeah.
I looked something up on the internet, and I just have like some attack thingy. I do have the highest level of attack skill.
Well, that's great. That's actually a fantastic place to start. But you can get things like part breaker, which makes it easier to break said parts. You can get stuff like for hammer, KO is really good because it makes it easier to like cause the monster to become dizzy. If you're like trying to mount a lot, there's an ability for that.
Okay.
You know, and then you can, by the end of the game, you can get like 4 or 5 abilities on all at once. And then you can like make sets that.
I'm not playing Charge Blade.
Huh?
I'm not playing Charge Blade.
No, yeah. No. Ruby, we're not gonna make Lane play anything. You can make me play Charge Blade.
So I need to. I might learn it just for me, but not right now because I don't want to have a panic attack on stream. Wait, but explain Charge Blade to me. How does Charge Blade work?
Oh God. Okay. So you basically do this little circle, right, of things. You attack the monster while it's like kind of in sword and shield mode, which is like the basic mode. And then you'll get like a glowy icon around the thing called files. And when you hit X and R, or like R and A at the same time, you'll charge the files with the glow. And then once the files are charged, which is also on the indicator, you can then charge your shield by putting it into, I guess, like, I don't know, axe mode. So you put it in axe mode, you do the super, and then you charge your shield by mashing the R button. And so then your shield icon will become red. And then once your shield icon becomes red, you build up the file charge again. And then after you have files and a red shield, you get access to 2 different supers while in axe mode, which uses up the files, which do huge amounts of damage. Or you can do like individual file charges, or you can do like this in-between thing where you use 1 file, but it does like 3 times the amount of damage. And then eventually the red shield will run out, or if you do the big super, it will completely run out, and then you repeat the process. And that is the very basic understanding of how Charge Blade works.
The only reason that I believe that you're not making this up as a joke is because that's way too complicated for anyone to just like make up as a joke.
No, I mean, it's literally the most stupid weapon in the game. And it's a miracle I even understand it on that level.
That's unreal. Wait, Ruby, you actually play this, right? Like, not as a joke?
I mean, I play it no longer as a joke. I actually am quite good at the weapon.
That's incredible.
But it is like the stupidest thing.
You need like a fucking PhD. I'm so impressed with all of you. I just, that's so impressive to me.
Alchemy Charge Blade.
On top of all of that shit, you also still have to play the game.
Right. It's like you're still fighting the monster. You're still like doing.
If it was just that, it would already be so much. But it's...
Isn't it hilarious?
I can totally see how that would be really satisfying for a certain kind of person, though. Like,
oh yeah,
that sounds kind of like how I play RuneScape. Because like it's like juggling, you know? It's like fun to like add more shit that you have to juggle. Like, if you're good at juggling, why would you just juggle like 2 beanbags?
Right. Although I did for a very long time enjoy one-handed juggling with 2 beanbags.
Well, there you go. That's one-handed.
Right.
So, why is it called Charge Blade if there's also somehow a shield and an axe involved?
Because you're literally charging the weapon like the entire time. Like you're charging files with the weapon. And it also has
isn't it called, like
No,
go on.
Yeah. And make sure that you don't confuse it with Switch Axe, which also has like multiple forms and swapping and changing things and also building up a gauge and like Switch Axe is less complicated, but not by much.
Are they similar? If you learn Switch Axe, does it set you up to learn Charge Blade?
Kinda, yeah. I would say so, but only in terms of like understanding why you would want to change forms of the weapon and things of that nature. Not necessarily how you use said weapon and mechanics of it in order to deal like most amount of damage kind of stuff. If that makes sense.
Well, the thing you're saying makes sense. Not a lot else makes sense.
Yeah. No, there's a reason why I joke about Charge Blade being like the fucking worst.
Oh my god. Well, I am so impressed with all the Charge Bladers of the world, I gotta say. My Flash Bomb was stolen by this motherfucker?
Oh yeah, I forgot even steal shit.
I didn't even know big guys could steal shit. That's ridiculous.
If you look away when he does that flash thing, oh, never mind. That doesn't work in this game. Never mind. Ignore me.
Oh, please.
I thought it was a different game.
He just does it when you...
Oh, and if
Is
you're
there a
ever...
way to get out of the...
Yeah, it basically you just button mash.
Oh, okay.
If you're ever dizzied, or honestly, same thing with paralysis or sleep, or anytime like your character gets put into some kind of stun animation. You can mash out of it.
Okay. Oh yeah, that gets you out of it a lot faster than me just standing around for like 5 minutes. Huh?
Yeah.
So what? Wings are a good target, right? It's like head and then wings and then tail in general are the best things to target in that order.
Yeah, usually. I mean, it varies from monster to monster.
Okay. Is this thing just fucking dead? What's going on? Why is it? Why is it just sitting there?
So this monster plays dead as just like a thing
like
it will do.
Playing dead is not a great strategy when you're currently getting wailed on. Is my take on that.
To be fair, when it wakes up, it has a giant, terrifying hitbox on it, which has the potential to one-shot a lot of people.
Like trick you or whatever.
Yeah, so you can actually...
It's probably like...
You can still run up and carve it while it's playing dead.
Oh, and then you get fucked up.
Yeah. So, like, the first time I fought this thing, it didn't play the victory music, but my brain was like, oh my god, I beat it. And, like, just too happy, and then immediately killed me.
I usually play without sound, and yeah, that would have fucked me up.
Yeah. The music also stops playing. So it, like, really gets you. It's not like the fight music is still happening or anything like that.
Oh. So something feels off, but just you can't quite place it. That is genius.
No, yeah, this thing
Dang.
does almost get everybody the first time it does it, and it's hilarious. That's why I stayed quiet while you're like, oh, did we get it? What is it doing?
If I didn't play bow, it definitely would have got me.
Oh, yeah. Well, and here's the thing, right? If you can actually take the hit, it only does it when it's already very close to death anyway. But if you can tank that hit, you can actually get like 2 extra carves off. It's really funny.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
so funny.
So you can run up, carve it, and then like just lose half your health and then kill it and then get the rest of it.
Ooh, urgent quest.
Ooh, that's exciting.
I'm about to go from HR1 to HR2.
Hella. Also,
You're only going to be,
you-
what are you saying?
I was gonna say HR 13 is kind of like the end of the game. But then you get all of this post-game stuff. Like, there's a reason why I keep playing this game, because it's fun and the cycle is, or the game loop is tight. Like the looping gameplay is really
We love a good loop.
Yeah. Give me that frying pan.
Turn that frying pan into a drying pan.
God. Season 1 of Pokemon is so weird. These jelly donuts are
It's like
amazing.
that was really funny.
But like no kid
I
knows
guess-
what rice balls are. So you're just
They
like,
could've said
oh,
rice ball. Oh,
yeah,
you
but
eat
no
rice
kid knows what that
testicle?
is. They had to change it to jelly donuts.
They did not have to do that.
Also, can we talk about how Ash is like the littlest and most shit, like the most little shit of a person ever?
In what way?
He is like mean to kids. He's just a 10-year-old, but like in the most 10-year-old kind of way. He's not nice to people. He's like, well, maybe you should figure shit out. Maybe you should.
It's a dog-eat-dog world. Are you kidding? It's an. Imagine your entire world is basically centered around children doing dog fighting all the time.
I know.
Like, it's so cool.
It really is. But also, like, there are so many characters that try. Like, Brock is so nice of a person compared to literally every other character in that show. And it's not a very high bar.
He's like a creep.
I know but he's like the nicest person in the show, despite like.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The bar is so low that someone like Brock, who would be like considered like again such a creep by everyone else's standards, is likable and nice compared to the Ash Ketchum.
Is Pokemon a shonen?
I would say so.
That's so weird. Like, is it?
I mean,
it a
it's
shonen in the way that Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is a roguelike?
No, I actually think it's a shonen. You follow like
I kind of think it is too.
like okay, let's talk about most of like the current like defining shonen right now. We've got My Hero Academia, Naruto, Demon Slayer, all of this kind of stuff. And it follows what? A trio of like 3 anime characters of varying like, qualities, and each one kind of fills a different slight niche in terms of like the teaming aesthetic. And they're on some sort of adventure to create or to fight some sort of big bad, or like level up, or do any one of these things. Like anime, like it literally, you got the trio: Brock, Misty, and Ash. Each one of them has their own little niche. Brock is a rock type user, Misty's a water type user, and like, Ash is like the main character who can do whatever the hell he wants. He's the 9-tailed fox. He's the guy with the sun sword dance breathing technique. He's the, and then
Yeah, no, I think because his Pikachu's like ridiculous. His Pikachu doesn't make any sense. It's like totally protagonist. Oh fuck! He did that thing.
I think that's the beauty of it. Is like Pikachu is like special, but not like Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur special from like the original. Like everyone knew who that was prior to the anime.
Yeah. Dang, that's fucked up. Is Charge Blade a shonen?
Well, let's see. It's kind of got like the trio. It's got the sword and shield element, the axe element, and the file charge element. And then on top of that, it can kind of do whatever it wants. Very similar to like every main character in a shonen. And again, you're constantly fighting the big bad.
The big bad, which is Babotosh?
No. The monster.
Oh,
I'm not the big bad.
I didn't know. I thought that was where you're going with this.
I missed my dodge. That's so sad. My Hero ended the other day. Like the manga or the anime?
Yeah, what? That's crazy.
I didn't think I'd see the end of that show.
I thought it was like One Piece.
No, One Piece is eternal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I thought it was one of those things that was never going to end.
I mean, Naruto ended and Bleach is... well, I don't know if Bleach is done. They recently started up the show again. Can I get my Adept Dodge, please?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you know about charging out of the Adept Dodge, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's interesting playing this game because there's so many things that like feel almost second nature, and then there's so many things that just aren't. And it's hard to know what people know and what they don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's very much one of those games where it's also like you're having a problem with something, and then you go on Reddit and they're like, "Oh my God, you couldn't figure this out, idiot."
Yeah, but like you know, that's just that's just gamerisms as a whole.
How do I get out of this chunk of ice? I already ate my thing that gets me out of the chunk of ice.
Oh, if you spin your joystick in a circle, you can break out real fast.
And how am I supposed to fucking know that?
You're not. The game doesn't tell you shit. I didn't figure that out until like I was way into the end game.
Yeah, it's one of those games that's kind of like you're just supposed to spend time like experimenting and figuring out the sandbox. I can tell that.
Yeah. Let me get close. No, don't hit me. No, my charge, it's gone.
Dang it. Oh, fuck.
You should see me and
Really
Ketsu getting
now.
tossed. I got hit 3 times by that dash.
Yeah. He's just going back and forth. This is kind of rude.
Oh, this monster is actually like such... it's a low-rank trap. He has the exact same moveset as one of the scariest monsters in the entire game, except he just doesn't do as much damage.
What do you mean low rank trap? You mean because he's just hard to beat?
Pretty much. But like, here's the thing is like, he doesn't have a lot of health. He's a glass cannon. That's a good way to put it.
Okay.
Except, you know, if the cannon had like rockets on its back and zipped around the stage.
Yeah.
Or maybe the opposite of a... Yeah.
It does seem like this game is the kind of thing that would have a lot of like checks for whether you're solid on certain elements.
Oh
Like,
yeah. That's part of the reason why playing
Okay.
one weapon in this game is so hard. Because you'll fight monsters that's like, oh, that monster was a piece of cake. And then you'll fight another monster where it's like, that monster was a nightmare.
See, I think that's good though. I think that makes you good. I think that makes you good at a weapon because, like, I don't know. The thing that I've been running into is on bow. I'm not very good at passing the DPS checks because, you know, you have to be good with DPS while with the bow.
Yeah, I agree.
And so it's like then you got to figure that shit out.
Right. When it's like instead of giving you, I would say instead of giving you like more damage, the bow ends up like it's like you have to play around with your lower defense and the fact that you have range. Those are the good things about the bow. The bad thing about the bow is it doesn't do a lot of damage.
Well, I think that it's a really high upside. It seems like I think one of the reasons like that even heavy bowgun is so good in this game is because it's hard, but once you're good at it, because it's not balanced around you being the best ever at it, then you just have constant damage uptime, because what's going to stop you from shooting at the monster constantly?
Right, exactly.
And I think that all the gun, and like, I think light bowgun is, you know, easily maneuverable, so it's balanced around like not being insanely good at it. But I think that both the bow and the heavy bowgun are going to have a really high upside because you could just, in theory, get so good. That's also why I love the heavy arrows on this shit, because it's just like, oh, I'm shit at this now, but if I get good at this, I'm gonna, like, be able to lob arrows into things' head from behind them, you know?
Yep.
Like, that's the conceivable skill ceiling of the heavy ammunition on the bow.
Yeah. Well, the heavy ammunition is also, like, really good at breaking parts on the monster, because it does do a lot of damage. So,
I don't know that I'm ever gonna play any of them.
Well, like, if we encounter any monsters that like to fly around a lot, like, if you hit its wings with a heavy shot, there's a good chance you might break the wing and cause the whole monster to fall out of the sky, or, you know, anything like that. But there are benefits to the other types of bow weapons, or, like, bow shots as well. Like, Pierce is really good, because it hits the monster multiple times, but as a result, you have to, like, constantly be maneuvering into these, like, areas where the monster is, like, the longest, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or, like...
Yeah, it's, like, totally different play styles with each one.
Yeah. Or, like, you know, with Rapid, that one's, like, a really great bow if you're just trying to hit, like, the weakest part on the monster, because you fire like 4 or 5 arrows into the same spot. Spread is really good if you're like running status or something like that, where you just need to like basically shoot off as many arrows as possible to inflict as much status as possible.
Yeah.
Or if you're like just trying to like hit a certain part of the monster without having to aim super good.
Yeah.
Or for me, when I play aerial bow, I use spread, because then I can like fire off one shot and do like 5 mounting attacks worth of damage every single time I shoot in the air. So I can mount the monster like 3 or 4 times in a single hunt.
Okay. Now we gotta do the fucking nibble snarf. How do you do the fucking nibble snarf? That thing's hell.
Okay. We're gonna do this the fun way, not necessarily the easiest way. Go grab some large barrel bombs, and you're gonna want to put them kind of just whenever the monster goes underground, put a barrel bomb on the ground and walk away. You're gonna hop off, ZS.
I tried that.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Protogen, if you want to hop in, now is a great time. I don't know if Protogen is still here and trying to get in, but we'll be here for another hour and a half-ish. Right? Sick.
Oh, I forgot to eat.
That's all right. We haven't left yet. Also,
Fair.
Protogen is going to jump in.
Yeah, I saw. Ruby said, if your first weapon is Charge Blade, think of how easy learning other weapons would be.
I mean, Ruby's not wrong.
I think it would actually just lead to you having some kind of, like, I think you would just end up bad at the game. That's my theory on what would happen as a result.
I don't know.
So with the food, what actual shit do you look for?
So it depends on, like, what it is that you... So if you know... So for me, usually I will go for Defender or Defense, and then usually some sort of elemental resistance, whichever one the monster throws at you. I don't think Nibble Snarf has any... Huh?
What about the sauce? What's up with the sauce?
Okay, now I gotta go check some stuff. What do you mean by sauce?
Isn't there the sauce that goes on with food?
Oh, okay.
The second selection that you make.
Yes. So for that, it will give you a set of skills that are only used during your first life of the fight. So like some of them are like, so I normally eat for Defender or Moxie. Moxie will prevent you from dying. It will basically leave you on 1 HP if you get hit above, I think, like a third of your health bar. Defender will occasionally just keep you from taking damage. There's one called Pyro, which makes your bombs more powerful, or explosion attacks.
Okay, but there's nothing. There's no like complicated meta I need to know about that. It just is what it is.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if you want to do the quote-unquote meta, it's like eat for attack, and I think it's like booster or something like that, because it gives you just a really big attack buff for like the first 3 minutes of the hunt, which, you know, is enough time to kill some monsters when you hit the end of the game and it does the most damage or whatever. But like, really, realistically, pick what's most helpful for you in any given situation. And it's all like depending on the monster you're fighting, the weapon that you're using. Like for me, I always eat Moxie when I'm playing endgame stuff, because there comes moments where I know I'm gonna get hit at like with 2/3 of my health, and usually that would just kill me. But Moxie doesn't let me die.
I gotta say, Babo, that armor looks a little too cool to be appropriate for this level of play.
It's low rank-ish.
No. Yeah, that's clearly some like try hard shit. Look at your like pulsating.
Okay, I can turn off the pulsating.
What do you mean you can turn off the pulsating?
I mean, so there's something called armor pigments. You unlock them in high rank, and you can change the colors on certain armors. And then if you fight like
so that armor doesn't just have pulsating.
No, that's an end game thing happening.
Okay, I thought you picked some armor that was so good that it fucking glows to show you how good the armor is.
No. I mean, this armor is good, and it's probably way outdoing the amount of stuff it should be. But, I mean, if I take a look at my defense and your defense, it's going to be relatively comparable. Mine will be higher, actually, but that's because I'm using a blade weapon and not a gunner weapon.
Oh, yeah. They should make bow armor that gives you more defense for the bow, because, like, I don't know. You get fucked up using the bow. It's not like some, like, little gun.
So a lot of the skills do, in fact,
so the nibble... Come what?
I was going to say, a lot of the weapons in this game actually do get stronger. Or, like, the armor sets do give you certain skills, and there is an armor skill that will just actually give you more defense. All right, don't shoot the bombs. Let the monster eat the bombs. There we go. And he eats the bomb. Oh,
here and he's gonna eat the bomb.
Yep, and then he's gonna probably charge again. Oh, and there he goes. And then he explodes, and now we can attack it. This is one of those monsters, though, with like so many weird and unique like interactions with items. That's why this monster is difficult. Yeah. Is because it's just one of those things.
Yeah, because if you fight it normally, you're fucked.
Well, I mean, yeah, you just spend the whole time bouncing off it and waiting for it to pop out of the sand.
I mean, you can attack it in the mouth, but good fucking luck.
Yeah. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Oh, nope. Don't.
Oh, fuck.
There goes a lot of our bombs.
I've got... Did I set him up already? You kind of, you set stuff up, like, ahead of time, and then you play around it, basically?
Kind of, yeah. So, like, right now he's going to scream. You kind of have to learn his timings. And, like...
Dang it. I thought he was going to eat it. I thought he was sucking it up.
No, he's blowing air at you. I don't think he sucks anything up. So if he dives underground, it's good to stand by a bomb.
Yeah.
Or if he's going to charge you. So right there, he could eat a bomb because he opens his mouth and bites down.
Yeah.
Whew. Come here, Mr. Monster. Charge us. Yes. Eat the big barrel bomb. He did not eat the big barrel bomb. I don't know what happened there. He should have.
All right, come on.
Hello, Callie. How are you doing?
Hi, Callie.
Oh, wait, maybe not.
What's happening? He's doing it. He's doing it. He's coming. Come
No,
on.
he's not. He's
No,
screaming. He's screaming.
Hey, there they go. And now I'm gonna fucking die. Okay, no, I'm good.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can just kind of keep attacking him, even if he's hiding in the sand. This is like the fun way to fight him, in my opinion, but it's not. It honestly is not very optimal.
No. What are you supposed to do?
Just keep wailing on it. There's a joke, which is like, people always talk about, it's like, oh, well, what's the monster weak to? What's the best thing I can do here to make it, like, do this thing and all of this stuff? And it's like, just use explosions. Everything is weak to explosions. I've got one last bomb hiding over here. See if he'll approach us. Ooh. Oh. I thought he staggered.
What?
I thought you staggered him with your shot. He was like charging you and then like kind of did a weird stop animation, but it was just him like...
I saw that too. I think it was related to damaging him, but I don't really know what the deal was.
I don't think it is. I think it's just part of the animation when he does it.
Weird.
It just looks like he's getting staggered.
I thought this one... The weird worm guy, I straight up thought he was limping, and he just wasn't limping. He just walks like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, there are a handful of monsters in this game that do stuff like that.
Alright, I have one more bomb. I'm setting it up.
Sick.
Alright.
Oh, he's coming. Oh, he got it!
It's not coming for me, I tell you. Come on, come on, come on.
I hope he explodes. Okay, there's one more bomb over here by Lane. If he dives underground, he might try target one of us. Come here, Mr. Monster. Yes, yes. Come, come, come. Eat, eat.
Come on, man.
Don't scream at us. Just take a nice big chomp here.
Maybe he'll fuck it up. What's he doing?
Oh, don't leave the area. Come on, you don't want to do that. Come here and eat.
Hey.
Oh, he's leaving the area. Rip. If he comes back, maybe he'll eat the bomb then. You're using master rank armor, Dope Cat. I mean, you know. It
probably doesn't matter if it's armor. As long as your weapons shit.
I wasn't going to call you out for it. I did see it earlier, because there's no way you can have that many skills on a high or low rank piece of armor, but I mean, I'm using pretty good armor for what it's worth. Come on. Hey, that's a good mount. Is that a KO? No, he just popped out of the sand like that.
So, I tried doing the aerial thing, but it didn't really make any sense to me. Like, you fly up into the air, why?
So like if you fly up into the air, you can actually you have a different move set while in midair. Are you running aerial right now?
Oh, no, I am not.
Okay.
I just mean in general, like...
Like, why would you want to be up in the air?
Yeah, well, it just seems like then the monster's on the ground, so it's not very beneficial to be in that position.
Let me... So, again, the point of going up in the air is so that way you can use an aerial attack and jump on top of the monster. And you can tell when you hit the monster from up in midair correctly if you see a giant vertical line happen on the hit.
Okay.
And usually that'll mean that you did some sort of mounting damage. And then if you do enough mounting damage, you'll actually mount the monster. I think he actually went to Area 1.
Area 1?
Yeah.
Shit.
This is part of the reason, like, this is one of those moments where it's like, man, paintballing the monster would have been a great idea.
Yeah, it's built into my bow. I gotta start doing that. I always think, like...
It might be 3, actually. It could be 3, 4, or 5. Oh, yeah, there he is. Oh, we used all our bombs. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Let me see if
I
I
have
can...
sonic bombs.
No, you want something that explodes here.
Oh, for this.
Oh, I missed.
I have a trap. Should I use the trap?
Oh, yeah, this is a great time to use the trap. So if you place the trap, and then if you have trank bombs...
Yeah.
Yep. So we can actually set the trap. I hope he falls into that.
Is he in it?
Oh, is he one of those? He is one of those. So you... Okay. Because this monster spends most of its time underground, you have to use a shock trap. Yeah.
I have the other trap. I can use it.
Yeah, throw it down.
Oh. Well.
Maybe I'll do it.
I'll set a trap. I'll set a trap.
Okay. And then once you have it in the trap, you can use trank bombs and capture it.
Yeah.
That's also that. So that's one of the Monster Hunter etiquette things I was talking about, actually, where if somebody carts right at the end of a hunt, like if the monster's sleeping and then he wakes up and kills someone, or if the monster is like limping or something like that and then instantly kills someone, trapping the monster is a good idea because then you'll get all of the parts for capturing even if you don't have the time to carve.
Yeah. Okay.
So usually that's one of those things. It doesn't happen all the time, obviously, like, you know, this is being so nitpicky, but it's something I try to do just so that way people aren't like, man, that sucks. It's like, oh, no, it doesn't suck as much.
Now, why don't you trap all the time? Is trapping not always better, or is it just like... I guess I don't really understand. Like, I usually just try to trap stuff.
If the monster can be trapped, it can be a good idea. If the fight is getting too dangerous to keep trying to kill it, it can be a good idea to trap. The reason why a lot of people don't is because A, it's sometimes just easier to kill the monster, but B, you can only get certain parts from carving the monster. So if you were to trap everything, you're missing out on certain materials.
So you kind of want a mix of both in your general play style.
Yeah. Because at the same time, there are certain materials that are way easier to obtain by trapping the monster than killing it and carving it. So it's, you know, again, yeah, it's just good to kind of do both periodically. And sometimes, like, if somebody's like, hey, can we please trap this monster instead of capturing it? It's because they're trying to get that, like, specific material that they need.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. They're
Okay.
like, can we kill this one? Can we target the head and try and break the head? Can we, you know, do these things? It's because they're trying to get a material that can only be obtained from breaking the head, getting the carve, doing the capture, like, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
This monster is actually prime example of, like, there's a really hard piece to get on it that you can only get by breaking its head. Oh, MH4U is so much fun, Callie. It's one of my favorite games. Also, very, very fun that you get to hang out with your girlfriend. Screw the snake, worst monster ever. This monster's so cool. Also, welcome, Vex. How are you doing today? At least, aesthetically, I like the snake. I don't know how I feel much about the fight. Ooh, tinged meat. You never see this
What's up
stuff.
with tinged meat?
So you can kind of lay it around the area. And if the monster is feeling tired, it will eat it. And if it's like, you can get tinged meat and poisoned meat. If it eats the poisoned meat, it becomes poisoned. If it eats the tinged meat, it will become paralyzed. Also, I'm going to show you, follow me, Lane. I'm going to show you an area.
What's the area?
Follow me, this way. I'm in front of you. We go up this way. I'm going to teach you how to climb this wall. Because it's silly and stupid and miserable. This is the only way to get...
Oh, I know about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was going to say, this is the only way to get up here. And if you try it any other way, then you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
Or you'll just fall. Oh, that's right. There's also drugged meat. And it makes the monster fall asleep. Forgot about that one.
Maybe we should have other way. This is horrible.
It is horrible. I don't know when you're going to need to have that skill, but it's good to have.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that you've seen it before and you're not like, this is the stupidest room in the game, because it's the stupidest room in the game. Are there unofficial online servers for Monster Hunter 4U, Callie?
What does it mean when they're drooling?
Nothing, to my knowledge.
Nothing?
Unless there's some Monster Hunter thing I'm not entirely sure about. I know the monster can be angry.
Okay. It seems like it means something, or else why would it, like, not happen sometimes and then happen sometimes?
Maybe it could be the low stamina is what Ruby is saying.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Or I think it's like exhaustion, maybe. What a lot of people call it.
Yeah. Sorry. I like how this guy moves.
I do too. Again, I think this monster's super cool. A lot of people, I guess, don't like it. Which it has some annoying features. It, like
I like it.
Again, I think it's
Oh,
unique.
they don't like fun. I think it's a cool as fuck design. Is this guy's tail weak or strong? I don't actually know how to tell.
It's strong.
Okay.
It's a lot easier to tell what parts of the monster are really strong with Blade Master weapons, because you'll find yourself bouncing off of them if you have low sharpness.
What's the Blade Master weapon? What's a Blade Master weapon? What does
Anything
that
that's like, so you're using a gunner weapon technically. Anything like, there's only,
Oh.
yeah. You also have,
That's what you mean by Blade Master.
yeah. Like you use a blade or a hammer or, you know, something like that. Woo!
Yeah. And what will you be able to tell with?
If you hit certain parts of the monster, you'll literally bounce off instead of cutting through it.
Oh, okay.
It's quite obnoxious. That's part of the reason why, like, carrying whetstones is so important.
Yeah. Oh, that fucks up your sharpness, hitting the wrong stuff?
No. Well, I mean, hitting the monster in general will. And bouncing does cause it to go down faster. Still no KO. But, like, bouncing is bad for a whole bunch of reasons that aren't just, you know. Hey, good job.
You did it.
Oh, did I just learn something new about this weapon? I gotta test that now.
What?
I think I have a different level 3 charge if I'm standing still versus running.
Oh, huh.
I do!
What is that weird sprinkler that someone set up?
Huh?
What is that weird sprinkler that someone set up?
Oh, it's a special. And if you're around it,
What
then
is it?
it'll heal you periodically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's actually really great. It's a great multiplayer special. The only downside is that everybody immediately gathers around it, and if the monster decides to hit you all as a group, that can be really scary.
Especially if it encircles you with its snake encirclement attack.
Right. And then it bites all of you, and you all become paralyzed, and then it just die. Ooh, a sounder.
That should... What you gonna be doing with that?
What, a sounder? I don't know.
Do you know what sounding is?
Like making a sound on an instrument and then adding an on the end of that.
Hold on.
That's what it was called. Oh God.
What?
I don't know what sounding is.
You have to give me your thoughts on sounding. How do you feel? You think it's good? You think it's bad? You like it? Do you dislike it?
Oh man, I feel like this is gonna get me in trouble. So like, you know, these are my thoughts on sounding. Okay, it's kind of like when you plug too many pedals into an electric guitar, and you just start making weird noises and bizarre things start to come out of your amplifier. Sometimes you're not even like touching the strings. You're just getting like the sound of like 6 pedals all whining into each other. And that is a pretty cool noise. Huh?
You're doing this on purpose. You're doing this on purpose.
I mean, you know, that's kind of sounding to me is creating noise, and that is my favorite way to create noise is just by plugging as many electronic devices into each other until I get some weird sounds coming out of it, an amplifier. That has been... I actually don't know what sounding is, you know, whatever the Urban Dictionary has to say about it. I have a theory. I'm assuming that what you're referring to is like making noises during like sex or, you know, anything like that.
Oh, no, it's not that. Oh, no, is it not that?
All right.
Here, look it up. Look it up.
Look it
Just
up.
look it up. Look it up right now.
All right. But we're not doing this.
I just want to hear your reaction when you look it up.
I'm going to get something off of Urban Dictionary. That's the first thing that's going to pop in. Okay. Sounding. The action or process of measuring the depth of the sea or an other body of water. There you go.
Not sounding. That's not what sounding.
Giving forth sound, especially loud or resonant sound. Hey, I was pretty close.
Here, you want a medical source?
Medical. Or no, medicine. No. I mean, okay.
Sounding. WebMD.
All right, sounding. Oh, is it probing?
No.
No? WebMD. A measurement of depth, especially with the sounding line. The depth, so...
You're not getting the same search results I'm getting.
I know I'm not. That was directly from Webster.
WebMD. WebMD.
Oh, WebMD. Okay. Ah, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. You know, I kind of figured that this is where this was going. But, yeah. If you guys actually want to know what... And that's from Urban Dictionary, but I'm assuming it's one and the same.
WebMD has a good write-up on it.
I'm sure it does.
What were you saying, though?
Oh, if anybody else wants to know what it is, you can look that up on your own time.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Floof, how old are you?
If they're here, they should be over 18. And if you immediately are like, but I'm 14, then I have to kick you. So don't, yeah. This isn't an 18 plus upstream. Get your parental consent.
Just look it up on WebMD is all I'm going to say.
Or Google.
If you are truly over 18, Monster Hunter is 18 plus.
What if I'm 100? Then you've passed 18. I don't know. It's not like you roll back the counter after 99. Oh, I did not eat, but I don't think it's going to matter much. All right. I bet it's going to be in Area 9 again.
Yeah, Area 9 is weirdly like a popular spot for monsters to be, which is just like strange because it's like cramped. You wouldn't think, you know.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't think.
Well, I mean, it is beautiful for like bow and pure spaced weapons because if you fight the monster in that little tunnel area, it's in 10. You can just basically fire shots down it like a choke and call it a day.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I like to be able to move laterally.
That's true. Or if you're running a depth style, you can just dodge infinitely.
It's in Area 10. I think
it is.
Well, if you're running a depth style and you know the monster,
yeah, exactly. It's all practice, right?
Well, it's more practice if you don't die, is my...
Another one of those widely hated monsters.
Why do people hate this one?
Huh? Because when it dashes at you, it's like basically instant. So it's very difficult to react to. Like what it did just there.
Oh yeah, he just fucked me up already.
A lot of people don't like it for that reason. And it just like constantly is screaming, so all of the stunning is pretty annoying, and there are reasons not to like it. Last time I went to the Aurora stream, we talked about Monster Hunter X Bad Dragon. That sounds like that sounds like something that would happen there.
Why did I just fall over? I don't understand. My guy just face planted for no reason.
Oh, because of wind. It blew wind at you when it took off like that. Yeah, there's wind is a thing. No, Athena got the got.
It happens.
It does. And I forgot what it's like playing like this fight. Like some of these monsters I haven't fought in a long time, just because they're not worth fighting at high rank. But this is a lot of fun.
Yeah. I feel like there was a shiny thing around here. Was there a shiny thing around here?
There might have been.
No.
I've gotten to the point where I end up overlooking a lot of them just because I don't need them, but...
Yeah, I guess what do you really need them for? They mostly just give you, like, the points.
Oh, they do give you, like, just free gems and stuff.
Fuck.
Sometimes there's, like, a 1%
really?
chance to get, like, a super rare drop off of them. So they're definitely worth picking up, but...
Okay. Is there, like, an etiquette thing? Is it, like, not gamerly to, get the shiny in the middle of the fight?
I mean, if you get the chance. The thing about this game is, like, nobody really cares.
You say that.
It's like one thing if you die while trying to get the shiny. I think people might get upset about that, but that's because it could affect the...
Funny. That's funny. People have no sense of humor.
It is funny. I mean, I do it all the time. I'm like, hey, I'm going to run over here and just start carving the second monster while the other monster's still in the room. But, like, some people won't find that funny, you know? You just kind of got to read the room and see how people are playing the game.
Right. Yeah.
It's like TF2 etiquette, you know? If someone's being friendly, then, you know, maybe you can choose not to kill them. But, like, also, if you're being friendly and you end up, like, dying, it's not okay to be like, I was a friendly, and then start rage posting in chat, you know?
But that's what TF2 is all about. That is the real game.
I know.
Think that TF2 is about red team versus blue team, but it's actually about, like, raging about the friendly heavy.
Again, I'm just saying, Monster Hunter can be the same way. But if you end up like, you know, if the room is just like, hey, can you not do that thing? And then you end up doing it over and over again, you could get kicked.
Well, that's the thing I'm worried about, because, yeah, it seems like people are very Reddit about this shit.
They can be, but not everyone is. That's part of the reason why people play, like, with streamers and stuff like that. Is 'cause, like, I am very much so not a Reddit gamer.
Yeah. I think maybe I'm just not actually going to play with randos ever, because I was getting stressed out about the Reddit people.
I think you're safe enough. If you're playing in low rank, you're safe.
Okay, in low rank, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, once you start playing towards the end game, you're going to encounter a lot of people who are like, you should know what you're doing. You've been playing this game for at least, like, 100 or so hours to get this far. Like, you know, we expect better of you. If, like, you just picked up this game yesterday and you're HR 1 or 2 or 3, it's like, cut them some slack.
Well, I hate the idea that someone's going to watch me play and then decide based on their observation of me that I'm not good enough.
Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing, is you get kicked and then you join a different lobby. And it's like, okay, whatever. You know?
That would ruin my day. I'm very sensitive.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to avoid.
And that is totally fair. But I am also
Who
like...
said you had a Reddit injury once?
Huh?
What were you saying?
Oh, I was going to say, like, I've definitely played this game, even at, like, HR 800 or something, and been kicked out of a lobby because my armor set isn't up to par with, you know... Like, what was it? I did the Monster Hunter, like, community checkup streams just to see if the community is still pretty cool. And, like, literally...
That's what you like, take, like... You're like an ecologist.
A little bit. But, like, I would say, like, 8 out of 10 hubs are, like, chill and people are just trying to play the game and have a good time.
Right.
The 2% will take a look at your armor and go, nah, and then kick you.
Yeah.
But, like...
Yeah, and you just gotta, you know...
Well, and, like, here's the thing.
Not let it get too good.
Yeah. People also, like, if you look at the random lobbies, some of them will have, like... They'll name the room something. They'll do all of, like, these little things that are like, hey, we're hunting one monster only, or hey, we're doing round robin turns, or hey, like, you know, they'll do stuff like that. And usually you can get a pretty good vibe as to what people are doing based on how they're naming their lobbies, if it's going to be something that's chill, if it's going to be something that's not. And if none of them look like something that could be good or trustworthy, you don't have to join any of them. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know, I mean, you know, yeah, it sucks getting kicked and all of that stuff, but, like, there are ways to avoid it if you really are trying to avoid it. You shouldn't have to, but it exists.
Okay. So we have to capture this guy? What's up with that?
So,
what's the...
So,
when do you do the trap? Like,
a monster is capturable. Yeah, so it has to be within a certain health bracket, but we don't have the monster's health bar. So the best way to do it is going to be by waiting for the monster to limp out of the room, or being asleep, or something along those lines. If you can catch it during those moments, then it's ready to be captured.
So when they limp out of the room, but then they go to the next room, they're not limping anymore. Does that mean they healed, or do they just only limp out of the room and then you can trap them in the next room even though they're back on not limping anymore?
The second one. If it only limps when it's within a certain amount of health, but it also only limps when it's leaving the room.
Oh, so you do not see the limp until it's trying to leave, and then you know you can set up a trap in the next room.
Yep, that's it.
Deadass, I thought you had to, like, interrupt. I thought you had to stop it from leaving and then somehow lure it into getting trapped in the current room where it would heal if it went to the next place.
No.
That's deadass what I thought.
No,
What about
not
when
at
they
all.
eat? When they eat, you just have to... What about that?
Huh?
The eating. What about when they eat? They heal when they eat, and then you don't know if you can trap it or not, so you gotta, like...
Usually still safe, but monsters don't tend to eat when they are like at that low of health. Instead, they'll fall asleep.
Okay.
And it will only wake up once it's outside of the outside of that range, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah. And also, this is something to just take note of in general about this game. Not everyone is... People are going to say a lot of things on how they think the game works, and they could be wrong. The game's too complicated and there's too much happening for people to... Like, I once had somebody be like, oh, you got the rare drop, which means it's impossible for me to get it. And I'm like, no, you're just unlucky. It's 2% for everyone.
So
me getting it is not... Yeah. And then there's also things like, I think one of my favorites was somebody yelling at me for healing them with ammo. Like, there's a ammo type called, like, heal shot. And you basically launch a potion at a group of people. But the monster also consumes said potion. And they were like, you're healing the monster. Stop healing the monster. And I'm like, okay, yes, I am technically healing the monster. But our max health is 150 and a potion heals 20 health. The monster's max health
has like
has like 10,000 health. And I healed it 20. And you do like over 200 damage a hit. Do you really think that me healing at 20 is going to be so negligible when it kept your, like, when it saved your life?
Dang.
So, you know, yes, I healed the monster. A negligible amount of health. Oh, wow. This monster is somewhere. I guess Area 9?
My Psycho Serum.
Is it in Area 9? Yeah!
It's in Area 5. It's just somewhere funky.
What? Oh, is it flying somewhere?
Yep.
Where's it going?
It is... I just see it. I'm gonna mark it.
Okay. I walked through Area 5.
Guy.
How the hell did I not see it?
I know, I think it just flew there. Alright, it's marked now.
Say it, Babo. Say it saved your ass. I play heavy bowgun. I'm the one firing heal shots.
I think that if I play another Monster Hunter game, that's when I'm gonna play the bowgun. Because I hate the controls in this game, I hate to say it. But I have a feeling there's modern ones that control better. What are your thoughts?
The newest one I played was Rise, and I used motion controls to aim.
Motion controls are actually good, but I've never gotten used to them. I wish I could do... I know that they're, like, better. Like, they're
weirdly good. Yeah.
It makes sense, but I don't know that I could do it. Like, I just don't know that I have it in me. Like, old dog, new tricks and shit.
So you can actually aim the heavy bowgun just like you aim the bow. There's a way to do it. I think you hold down R while you're firing your shots, but it's really awful.
Yeah, the bow... It's different. The bowguns just feel bad to me, and I love the concept. I like seeing them played, but I do not like playing them. And I think that just is what it is. I have respect to Floof for being able to do all of them, though. Oh god, Ruby, maybe next stream.
Yeah, that'll. Well, we're gonna save that for another time, I think.
Oh my god.
Is that okay?
That sounds fun. That sounds fun.
What we can do is, you know, this might be a fun idea. Make Babo and Lane play a weapon, and then I can give you a little tutorial on it, and we can play it at the same time.
Yeah.
And we are going to exclude Charge Blade and Switch X.
No, I specifically want to I think it would be really fun for you to have to explain to me how to play Charge Blade, like, while in the middle of a game.
Okay, well then we can make that happen maybe.
Yeah. Man, I'm fucked. This guy's fucking me up.
Lane is so based. Holy fuck.
I'm going to not touch Charge Blade, and I'm only going to learn it on stream. That's my commitment. I'm not going to play. I'm going to build a Charge Blade, but I'm not going to play it except on stream. And then we'll just do Babo teaches me Charge Blade streams.
You know what's hilarious is actually that is how I learned how to play Charge Blade. Was people making me play Charge Blade on stream. Yeah. So I do want you to know that that is a valid way of learning a weapon. I did see the point redeem.
Okay,
We'll do aerial insect glaive after this hunt.
That's one I really want to learn.
It's cool.
It looks so fun, but it's... So what's up with the... You have to build the insects? What's up with that?
Yeah. So basically, you collect nectar from little areas, and you can feed the nectar to your kinsect, and that will make a difference on... You can like make it fly faster. It does more damage when it lands, like hits a person or a monster, things like that.
Okay.
So I just learned that healing file does not work with... oh, it's limping. Don't stop swinging. Don't hit it.
Yeah.
And we'll wait for it to land in another room, and then we'll throw down a trap.
All right. Where's he going? He flew away?
Yep. Area
Going to
7. All right. Lane, this is on you. You have to put down the trap.
All right, I've got it.
Cool.
So
Shock traps
electric
are...
guys can't be shock trapped.
Yeah. This guy can jump out of a
What? What'd you
pitfall
say?
trap. This guy can jump out of a pitfall trap sometimes. Not all the
Right,
time,
he's a
but
shock trap.
sometimes. Yeah. So, yeah, shock trap is what's safest.
Okay. All right. I'm putting down the trap. Trap.
Sick. And then what's usually best is for
Yeah,
everyone
that
to
makes
just kind of stand around it, but
Yeah.
slightly away from it, because if it attacks into it, then it can still hit
Oh,
you
for the
sometimes
trap.
and then just get shocked.
Dang.
Someone got yeeted out of the room. And then normally it's good to have trank bombs selected as like just highlighted as an item. Oh!
Man.
All right, so here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna walk up to your own trap and hit minus on it.
Yep, I got it.
Yep, and now we're gonna try it with a pitfall trap. Oh, it's going to area 9.
Okay.
Whoops.
I think Athena has a trap.
Yeah, Athena does. I also have traps. I just wanted you to do it.
I know how to trap. I've been doing the trap. I actually trap everything, which maybe I shouldn't have been doing, but such is life.
How did I... Me not listening to my own advice. And
I
putting down a
accidentally
pitfall
went into
trap.
area 6 twice. What'd you say?
I just not listened to my own advice, put down a pitfall trap, and watched it jump out of it. Just me being, like, totally not thinking.
Alright. Oh, but each person can set their own trap.
Oh yeah,
It's
we
just
could
that
we
you
could
can't
cover the
have
room
two
in
of them.
traps if we wanted to. And some people actually will use traps as like a way of fighting against the monster. They'll just constantly have them placed
Yeah.
somewhere and all that stuff. Oh, thank God he walked into that.
We did it.
Hurrah!
Woo woo!
And there are skills to make it easier to capture monsters. So like instead of having to wait for it to like do a certain animation or fall asleep or anything like weird like that to know when it's ready to be captured, you can actually run a skill called, I think, Cap Guru or Capture Guru. And when the monster is paintballed, their icon will flash.
Okay.
And once it starts flashing, then it's ready to be captured. Which a lot of people will do at like the end game because people are doing so much damage so fast that it's really easy to accidentally.
You don't even know.
Yeah, you can kill the monster like in
Yeah.
2 minutes, and that means you have a window of probably like 15 seconds to get everyone to stop swinging before the monster just dies.
Dang. Okay.
That's also why, like, so I don't know if you've noticed, like, people will ping sometimes, and you'll see, like, lines go around the map, or you'll hear, like, a ding, 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 like 3 times in a row.
How do you do that?
Huh?
How do you do that?
So when you pause, you can hit X while or not pause, but when you pull up that menu, if you hit X during that, you'll ping. All right, we're playing Aerial Insect Glaive, which means I need to probably make another insect. So I don't think that you can swap one between another weapon and another. All right, do we have any low rank insects I can just grab? Grib.
How do you get the insect?
Oh, it comes with the weapon. Oh, wait, no, you can swap them.
Oh, it does.
Aha. Never mind. That saves me so much time. Thank you, Callie. I appreciate it. Again, I'm still learning so much about this game all the time.
It seems like if you learned everything about the game, your brain would be full, and then you'd forget some of the stuff.
Yeah, you got to make space for something. Or at the very least, you need to, like, condense it down into such a dense brick of information. I just kind of go like, I guess this is how this probably works. Bug on stick, bug on stick. I probably think about this way more often than I ever should, but like the Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, everyone always jokes about how Donatello just uses a wooden stick as a weapon. I feel like
it's a bow staff.
It is a bow staff, but it's still just a stick.
It's a staff.
But anyway, I digress. People always joke how, like, he got the worst weapon, which I've never thought is true. I love Donatello. But I do feel like Insect Glaive can almost fall into that category of, like, it's so many things happening at once.
We need someone? We have all the people.
Oh,
wait, we
crap.
have nobody. Sorry.
I forgot everyone. You know, the game actually procs you. It gives you a menu saying, hey, everyone's not ready yet. Are you sure you want to leave?
No, it didn't give me a warning, I swear. I swear it didn't give me a warning. Sorry about that.
It happens. 0 hub etiquette, minus 50,000 social credit.
What? No. I'm gonna be canceled.
I guess it's time to kick Lane.
No,
I'm kidding. People will leave your lobby, though, if they get left behind, because they'll think that you just did it on purpose because you don't like them. Because that does happen all the freaking time.
Hey.
Like, people don't know how to kick people, so they'll just leave without you, and then you're just like, well, I guess they don't like me, and then...
Actually, Ruby, it wasn't anyone being mean to me. It was me really being mean to others.
Oh, this is a good monster to demonstrate the power of flash bombs on. If you've got flash bombs, you should bring them. Babo is being mean?
Okay.
I remember Joanna trying to ban me from my own stream once as a joke.
What happens when you do that?
It doesn't. You can't. But I did ban Joanna, and then Joanna lost their mod status, and that was a pain in the ass.
Remember when you made me mod, and then I demodded myself immediately, and then that's the story of me being moderator?
Yep, it was a good story. It was a nice 10 seconds. Although that would be funny. What if whenever a bot showed up, instead of banning someone or banning the bot, instead I modded somebody else and then kicked the new mod?
No.
Oh, that would be actually a hilarious channel points reward.
Become moderator?
No, ban the next bot. So what happens is I let somebody, I give someone mod power, right, if I can trust them. And then the next time a bot shows up, they can ban that bot the one time, and then I have to ban them.
And then you ban them from the stream forever?
No, like for like 30 seconds. You'll do all that, but not mod me shaking my head. It'd be funny.
You can't have the jewel and be a mod. It's either or. That's
don't make no. That's not true.
What?
There will probably come a day when I mod you, Ruby. I'm not gonna lie. It's just not today. All right. So Lane, if the monster, when the monster is flying, it's a good time to throw a flash bomb if you can get it in front of its face.
The reason I demodded myself is because it is like, if you come into a stream and there's like 3 moderators, you're like, what the fuck, and then you leave. That's like my experience.
Well, and it's like, here's the thing, is that like, it makes sense if like I desperately need somebody in a single moment to mod someone, but for the most part, it's like, I can handle my own chat pretty effectively.
Yeah.
Give me that defense. Where's my defense?
Yeah, because even Joanna's kind of like unnecessary.
Joanna's great. She does such a good job.
Oh, yeah. It's great. But what I mean is, you'd probably be fine without her. It just makes things a little easier.
She does, yeah, exactly. But she, there are other mod privileges that come super in handy. That I just don't have set up. Well, it's like shoutouts. There's the ability to like. What's the other thing that people can do? You can actually make people change the stream info. So like, I could give Joanna the ability to like change the title of said stream. I really want this defense, and I can't get it.
What do you mean defense?
I'm trying to get my Kinsect to grab a certain thing, and I can't seem to do it. Oh.
So you don't do the Kinsect for you, even though you can use the Kinsect in the air, that you're not supposed to do it in the air. You're supposed to go in the air for some other reason.
You can't fire the bug in the air. No.
But you can target in the air.
Yes. Well,
for some
you
reason
can.
I thought that concept.
So the way that the targeting system works, and I don't know how good it is. I'm not gonna lie.
A little confusing.
basically you can mark a part of the monster while in midair, and then the Kinsect is more likely to fly to that spot.
I see. What do you mean more likely to fly to that spot?
I mean, it should target that area. It doesn't always, though. Like, sometimes it misses.
I see.
This insect glaive looks like a huge rifle. It does. It really does. I don't know why so many of the Kinsects look like a musket. Like, the staff is just like, yeah, military spinning stick.
It's like a long mace. It's like they elongated a mace.
Yeah. Well, like, this one literally has a barrel on the end of it. Whoa, alchemy charge blade. Okay.
So, I don't understand alchemy at all.
So,
What is alchemy?
alchemy gives you access to I guess, an item in your inventory called the alchemy barrel. As you hit the monster and just as like time passes, you fill up the barrel with anywhere between 1 to 5 charges. And each level of charge will give you access to 2 items that you can make. I think if you use 1 charge, you can make like alchemy food or alchemy whetstone. The whetstone will charge your weapon, and like each alchemy item has some sort of benefit over the regular version of said item. So the alchemy whetstone will sharpen your weapon, but also make it so that way when you sharpen it, your hunter arts will fill faster for a short period of time. The food you can consume faster than regular food, but it heals you slightly less. Level 2 gives you access to... what is it? This is where it gets tricky, because nobody uses the level 2 items. I think it's earplugs, which is like a one-time use thing that will prevent you from getting stunned by a roar. And then the other one is, I want to say alchemy sonic bombs, maybe? Which basically lets you use a sonic bomb one time. But you have to like wait for it to charge. And then the third level of charge is like this thing called like an infusion where you slowly recover health over a period of time. And then God, what is it? Jeez. I'm going to skip the middle of the third. That one might be sonic bombs. I don't remember. Then the fourth one is alchemy fireballs. It basically is like a bomb on an arc. And slick, which lets you combine any of the previous materials and make more of them if you combine the 2. And then the last one, if you use all 5 levels of charge, you can give everyone in the room a giant buff, like a huge amount of special gauge. Or you can basically heal everyone in the room of any status condition and bring them back up to full health. But as you use them, it also makes the SP arts. Like, you know how you can, when you're selecting a special, you can make it like the SP version of it. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
What is SP?
So if you look at my stream, or I don't know if you have that open or
not.
Okay. So I'm on my specials. And it might take a second for me to catch up. But I can select my specials here, and then I can set one of my specials to have, or in this case 3, to have SP. SP makes them longer to charge up, but makes them a little bit stronger, and it gives every single person in the room some sort of buff to their style. If you're using guild, it lets you eat items faster, or use items faster. If you're using striker, it helps fills your special gauge faster if SP is activated. Aerial makes it easier to get the hop on the monster. With adept, it makes it easier to, it gives you a larger window to dodge with. Valor helps fill the Valor gauge faster, and Alchemy it helps charge the barrel faster.
Okay.
But as you use the Alchemy barrel, you actually can level up the SP like level, and so there's level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, or level 1 through 4. You start at level 1. Level 2 makes everything a little bit stronger. Level 3 makes everything a little bit stronger, and you can like slowly recover health, like, you know, without needing red health. And then level 4 will like pretty quickly recover health.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a lot, but generally pretty good.
I see.
Yeah. And that's Alchemy, completely in a nutshell. Usually you lose access to like 1 or 2 moves as a result. So like you just like your toolkit becomes smaller. But that's pretty much the case with every style except guild.
And what the fuck is Valor? That's another thing that... What is it? What's up with that?
So, Valor lets you... This is also super fun and confusing. So it gives you this gauge. Every weapon and a longer sheath animation. But if you get attacked while holding down sheath, you'll do like this kind of instant dodge. And it will convert all of the damage that you would have taken into red health, which you'll slowly recover. If you do an attack out of your sheath animation, it lets you do that. And when you hit the monster with that attack, it'll quickly fill up the Valor gauge. Once the Valor gauge is full, then you gain access to a new aspect of your weapon. It gives you the entire old kit that you would have had without the gauge, or without Valor style, and usually like some sort of kind of upgraded version of like your big super move or something like that. Like I think with bow it might give you like a 4th power shot, so you could go shoot 1, 2, 3, 4 and maybe like a better dodge.
So you cycle in and out of... I think I get it.
Yeah.
But probably that's something I would do maybe once I'm more comfortable with the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, I would say that's like the next logical thing for you to do once you feel comfortable with the style of weapon. Like, right now you're still just kind of, I think, getting comfortable with bow and moving around.
Yeah.
But once you feel comfortable with Adept, I would say the next step, rather than trying out a whole new weapon, just try out a new style and see how that, like, feels to you.
Okay.
You know, I almost ate for insomnia. And instead, I didn't. I really should have. Oh, am I on long? I'll probably be getting off in like the next 20 or so minutes, Meet the Boy. Sorry. I was over here explaining Valor style to somebody who's new to the game, and that is difficult. Also, this is Lane. I think maybe you know Lane, Meet the Boy. We raid all the time. I'll give you a quick shout out. Good hunt. Highly recommend that you go check him out if you guys haven't. Meet the Boy is been playing, I think, what have you been playing? Horizon World? But definitely Monster Hunter. World on Mondays. Yeah, there we go. It's fine. It took me so long to get used to fighting this monster. Now I'm like really good at playing with inverted controls for the most part. Like if somebody was like, you have to play this whole fight with inverted controls, I'd be like, I could probably do it. Huh?
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Oh, it's so much worse with like a gunner weapon because it inverts your controls when you're not scoped in, but then your controls feel normal when you are scoped in. So you spend like the entire time bouncing between like moving invertedly, aiming correctly.
That seems like an oversight, honestly. Like I feel like that's like a bug.
Oh, it's hilarious actually. I think it's so stupid. SP arts. Oh, that is not what I wanted to make there. That's fine. Looking for a raid target later? Yeah, that might not be me. But I hope you do find someone. Lady Aurora might be online, actually. By the time that you're ready to have somebody to raid.
She is like the night shift. Not really, because she was on the West Coast, but it feels like it.
Night shift for us.
The night shift, or in the case of her yesterday, the all-day and night shift.
She was streaming basically all of yesterday, wasn't she?
She streamed, I think, for like literally like 10 hours.
I wonder if there was any particular reason, or if it was just because.
I get it. It's just that kind of game. I feel like I get sucked into this game because it's so confusing that I feel like if I stop playing, I'm going to forget everything.
You know, that's not entirely inaccurate. Oh, here's a prime example of me activating a red SP art. See if I can get it here. Yeah, so now you have red SP. It'll make it dodging easier. And
what is that?
So, like, if the monster throws an attack at you, you're going to have more, like, frames to hit the monster. Or to do the adept dodge.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And you'll notice that your health slowly recovered up to full. Like, you were probably chipped a little bit, and now it's, like, completely full, and your green health bar is flashing at the top. Which means you're actively regenerating health. And I will also say that usually, alchemy is considered to be pretty hard to maintain damage with. Got him. Knocked right out of the sky. Oh, make sure you get your carves. That was not a cap. Even though it fell into the trap. I think we killed it just as somebody was throwing a trank bomb. I was trying to. So Protogen, just as a heads up, if you're ever trying to cap a monster, or like you need parts from a monster for like, and it requires you to cap it, you are more than welcome to like let us know. It's like, hey, can we cap this one? Just so that way, like, we can get you exactly what it is that you need.
It was like low key trying to capture it, but like I don't need anything. I just set up the trap because I set up the trap.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's totally fair. Which, you know, sometimes it's like, oh, yeah. Sometimes you just have to accept the fact that it's like, I might get it this time, I might not. And yeah, I'll be down a trap, and that's more than okay. All right.
Ooh, Virgin Quest.
Sick. All right. I think what we're going to do... did you get your Urgent as well, Protogen?
Do we have to do it twice?
Yeah. So if you're doing non-urgent, like if everyone gets the quest completion except for the urgent quests.
Okay, so we'll just do it twice.
Yeah, exactly. And usually that's another one of those things where it's like, if somebody has their urgent quest, like, I always prioritize just being like, yeah, feel free, like, go ahead and post it. Let's get your HR up, because that's an exciting thing to do. I don't know what it is about.
Well, it's exciting until you play it 845 times.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I still think it's exciting. Every time my HR goes up, I'm like, hell yeah.
That's good. What is up with kicks? What is a kick?
A kick? Oh,
Yeah,
like the
why would you
animation?
kick?
So if
Yeah,
somebody
why
is
there-
like,
that's cool.
basically if like somebody is stunned or like you need to hit a monster without killing it, which there are situations where that's going to be handy, unfortunately, that's when you would use a kick. Or like, you know, if you're fighting a monster and like the person next to you is covered in like a giant snowball or laying on the ground paralyzed, or you can kick them and they'll actually just immediately break out of that stun animation. Or like, so for example with the Malfestio that we just fought, whenever you get hit by that beam, you get drowsy and you can't do anything until you fall asleep, and then you have to mash out of it. Like, if you kick someone during that motion, they'll completely snap out of it. So usually it's used as like a means of just helping out the people around you when they're in a bad spot.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. Or like at the level that we're at, it's actually better to kick barrel bombs rather than waking up the monster with the weapon, because our weapons don't do as much damage as a barrel bomb does.
What do you mean? So it doesn't hurt you when you kick the barrel bomb?
It hurts you a little bit, but like sometimes it's worth like taking off a 20th of your health bar to do a lot of damage
Oh, it
to the
doesn't hurt you
monster.
that much?
No.
I don't know why. I thought it would like kill me.
No.
Good enough. So what's a stink bomb?
So the dung bombs are used to... So if there are multiple monsters in a room, you can throw a dung bomb at one of them, and the monster that gets covered in the dung bomb is more likely to just immediately leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The other... It has technically the effect where the monster stops, like, recovering health. That is also something that happens, but it's never used for that purpose.
Wait, so can you run me through a situation where you would use this? Like, you use it when you want to get it out of the room?
Yeah. So let's say we're
Or-
fighting this monster here, and then suddenly a Raytheon shows up into the room, and it's like a giant pain in the ass, you know, to fight that and have the other monster like hanging out in here at the same time.
Yeah.
In that situation,
but
we
you-
could dung bomb the Raytheon, and the Raytheon will leave the room, and then we can fight one monster again instead of fighting two.
Will you usually do it for the monster you want to fight or the monster you don't want to fight?
The one that you don't want to fight.
Okay. What about dealing with ads? I have a really hard time with that, probably because I play bow. Is that just going to be something that's a little hard with bow?
Dealing with what?
Like extra little tiny monsters in the end.
Yeah, they're just kind of... Most of the time, what ends up happening is they'll actually just die to the big monsters hits.
Yeah.
With the exception of, like, monsters that actively use them as a mechanic in their, like, fighting. So, like, if you're fighting any of the small little dinosaurs that are technically, like, a big monster, they're usually surrounded by small monsters.
I'm actually kind of wondering if it's like a low-level thing that that ads don't get killed yet by the monster's attacks because I'm a low level and stuff doesn't do that much damage or something like that. Because those bitches hang on, I tell you what.
Yeah. That hit? I can't tell if my animation got canceled.
Are you still playing Insect Glaive?
I'm playing Longsword now.
Oh, okay.
One of those fun little gauges.
I hate the gauges. Not a gauge fan.
I get that. See, the part that always bothers me is after you've put in the gauges, because like then your ears are too stretched out, and it's like difficult to wear long earrings.
No, it's not. That's a skill issue.
I mean, probably.
The only things you can't wear with stretched ears are like studs.
I mean, I like those too, though.
Yeah. I love how stretched ears look with dangly earrings, though.
That is true. Ah, another whiff. Give me that tail cut. Just deleted an insect. Got caught in the crossfire of my slash to the monster and just exploded.
That's so funny.
Oh, do we want to try and sleep bomb here? We could.
What does that mean?
Let's wait for the monster to fall. Oh, well, no, it's too late. Somebody went in there.
What?
If the monster...
Oh, you wait until it falls.
Yeah. And then you just put down large barrel bombs while it's sleeping, and you wake him up with the bombs.
So you
or
have
if you're
to
playing...
give him a multi to fall asleep? Is that what it is?
Certain weapons can put the monster to sleep, but also if it's at low health, it naturally falls asleep usually.
Okay.
But the reason why it's a good strategy is because waking up the monster with a bomb or with anything does like 4 times damage on that first hit.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if you have a great sword, you should stand there and do the biggest, heaviest slash that you can, because it's going to do the original damage plus all your buffs and then multiplied by 4. It's just like... And then it's also really good if you do it on a part that you want to break, because you basically are guaranteed to break that part. Or, you know, it just does a shit ton of damage. That was a fun fight.
Well, we get to do it again.
I know. I love this monster. I will say, this is probably going to be the last hunt for me.
I think it's a good place to end up.
Yeah, I think so, too.
It's a good place to end up.
Getting everyone up to at least HR3 and everything. I walked right into the SAD. I mean, yeah. Walked right into the SAD. Oh. We're hunting the same monster. My brain is like, what am I doing here? Oh, sick. Oh. So, Athena just used something called a voucher.
Yeah.
And what that'll do is it makes the meal free when you eat before the hunt. But it also guarantees that you get all of the, or like significantly increases the chance that you'll get all of the abilities or special, or all the abilities that come with the meal. Because sometimes you won't get all the abilities. Sometimes you'll get one or just two or nothing or, you know. So, usually it's one of those. Oh, that's right. Okay. I think we left you behind.
No.
I know. We left Lane. Protogem, we're gonna have to do this again. I don't know if that was intentional, but
It was intentional. I didn't know. I didn't understand. So that is not important what I didn't understand, but I was confused. I was having a problem.
You were just like, where did everyone go? Why is their names grayed out? Why can't I join the quest?
I immediately knew what happened.
I'll use the voucher this time. I got us. In fact, I'll use a gourmet voucher.
Haha, I've already eaten a meal. Sucks to be all.
I got Ultra Lucky Cat. I'm getting all the items.
So I don't fully understand the board. You just joined the quest. Why are there multiple spaces?
Because you could technically have like 2 quests happening at the same time. So like if you and I wanted to go on a quest and Ketzer and Athena wanted to go on a quest, we could do that at the same time. Yeah, or we could all just hang out in the same room and go on our own individual quests. But I don't know. I personally, nobody does that ever.
Yeah. I mean, it would kind of make sense if, like, you wanted to hang out. I don't know. There's some content. I can see what they were going for, even if it doesn't actually happen.
Yeah, no, exactly. And actually, oh, okay. World.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was doing.
It's okay. I don't need it. I have plenty of. So I am so far gone in this game. I just kind of take it out of habit.
The thing that I thought was happening, this is embarrassing, but I was confused and I thought that all that stuff was getting yoinked. I didn't realize I was taking it. I thought that it was being taken away right before I got it.
No.
Which led to me taking everything.
No. Usually that's just everyone taking an item out of the box. That's why it gives us 4 sets of everything. So that way everyone can have one little stack of it. Including you. You usually you get a stack. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, actually, I've done that exact same thing before, where I thought I got the item and then I didn't, and then I did, and then I accidentally took 2.
Yeah. That's what I got snubbed out of my first item, and then I got confused because I was like, this isn't what usually happens. And then,
what's funny is it's really bad with lag.
Oh! That's what it was. I must have lagged. That makes sense. Because I swear it did something different.
Think of this tail cut here.
Oh, you have to cut the tail?
Yeah. Which actually, there is a bow special that gives you basically like shots that slice.
Yeah, I have that one. I've never used it though.
Again, it's pretty good if you want to like cut off tails and stuff like that.
I don't. Well, I guess I play a sharp weapon now that I learned great sword, but I didn't used to have a sharp weapon. I did this quest where I had to get the loofah like sheep cow things, and I was supposed to shear their fur, but I was like, whatever. I know they drop the fur sometimes even if you don't shear them, and so I just brought a hammer because that was what I had, because I didn't have any sharp weapons, and I got really lucky, and I got like 3 in a row, but I didn't realize how good my RNG was, because after that, I was just running around for like 20 minutes, smashing these poor sheep with a hammer, like, to death, and not getting anything. I, like, literally had to stop. It was
That
so
is a
brutal.
classic.
Like, they were just, I was just brutally slamming them. It was rough.
I've actually been in that exact same position with like goldfish.
Oh,
where I'm like
you
fishing.
Never get it. You never get it. You just don't get it.
There's the tail cut.
I don't think it's possible.
No, it is. But you have to like. There's like 3 fishing areas, and they only spawn in one of them. So you'll spend all your time fishing in one of the like early fishing areas that shows up, and it never is there.
But you can get it in the wrong area with the bait, so it confuses you.
Yes, I believe so. All right, let's try sleep bombing this time, shall we? Bomb time. Yeah.
When you get the tail.
Yeah, it's right here.
When you get the tail cut, you don't have to.
So Lane, if you come over here, I cut the tail, you can grab it, and the icon actually shows up on the map.
Okay.
So if you ever see an exclamation point on the map, it shows that the tail was cut.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you wait until it stops moving, and that means it's asleep?
Yep, pretty much. So it's actually good right now. We can crawl our way in there. Awesome. And then okay, let's see if we can break the crest. I don't know if we haven't gotten the crest yet. So place bombs at the head. And then since Katsura's using a greatsword, we're going to have Katsura hit it with like a level 3 charge rather than kicking it. So go up there and hit this monster, Katsura. Or if you, I don't know if you're running aerial. If you're running aerial, you can jump off me. Yep.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Yep. And we broke the head. See, it's all damaged now and stuff.
That fucking ruled. When you break the part, do you get more stuff in the afterwards menu? Is that how that works?
Yeah. So actually, I believe. So this one should show like more stuff than the last one did because we cut the tail. I don't think we got the wings.
We did it.
Or we got one of the wings and the head, and its back because we got that now. So you should see quite a few materials in there, just as like a difference.
Damn, that was awesome. I like the bombing.
Sleep bombing is sick, and it's especially fun when you have people that can coordinate it like that. Because, like, again, aerial greatsword, it doesn't get the charges on the ground. And so that's why I was like, I'll act as a boost, like a jump pad for you to launch off of, so that way you don't hit the bombs or the monster to make it up.
Other players?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so all the stuff up top is the stuff that you get from completing the quest, and then everything in the blue bottom half is what you get from like breaking the monster's parts and doing stuff like that. So we got literally, I got 4 extra materials.
Alright.
Oh wait, no, actually at the very end, the reward box shows you that. You'll see sub, free, wound, cap. Yeah. So yeah, you do the sub quest, you get more materials. If you wound the monster, you get more materials. If you capture the monster, you get different kinds of materials. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Right. That being said, I think, yeah, this is a great spot to finish stream today. So we're going to go raid someone. Don't leave yet. And I do plan on streaming tomorrow. Let me see who is currently live. You know who's live? Justice is. Let's go raid Justice.
I can do this again tomorrow if you want. Do you want to play more tomorrow, or do you have something else planned?
I was going to try and do... Yeah, you know, actually, this has been great. Let's try this again tomorrow. And then Monday, I'll do...
All right.
Monday, we'll do a longer, more... Well, we'll do the usual Monster Hunter stuff, where we have, like, high rank and G rank and all that stuff. We'll do some high-level gameplay.
Yeah, and then I can watch your and
Yeah.
I can try to learn shit now that I'm in the game.
Rather than it just looking like stuff is happening,
Right, good.
stuff will actually be happening. All right. But, and then, so I think we did meet our sub goal the other day. I am now due for another Monster Hunter tier list stream, which will probably also happen on Monday. And it won't take away from the usual 3 hours. It'll be an added thing that happens after the stream. So if you guys want to catch that, highly, recommend doing the things like, I don't know, joining the Discord. And, you don't have to, sub on the YouTube, but I do put out YouTube stuff. And if you like what you see here, highly recommend you check it out. But again, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you, Lane, for playing with me. It's been wonderful. It's been so much fun. And I will see you guys again sometime soon. Till then, good night, sleep well.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.